Coming up on a Straight Up RnD Podcast.
Hope? Hope is gone.
Hope is lost.
Hope is gone. Bro, right now, what's today's date? Oh, it's September 1st. It's the first of the month. People got to go scrap around for change to pay their bills.
Rent due.
What hope are they preaching? I give it to them because, look, the Democrats, they knew how to attack people emotionally. And I always compare it to sales. When you're trying to close a deal or when you're trying to win somebody over, you attack them emotionally first. You grab them in. And then you hoping that's enough to eventually get them to vote for you. They got people emotional. Yo. This is a fiery episode.
Episode number 29. We gotta make this an episode, not a segment. Yeah. This is an episode this time because it's serious. It's something serious.
A lot going on since we, last talked politics. Last episode was a little bit lovey-dovey. You know what I mean? Had to take a little break, but now we back on it.
I hope y'all enjoyed that barbecue episode though.
Yeah.
That shit was funny. But without further ado, I am Rich.
D. Right? Yeah, whatever you want to call yourself.
No, did I cut you off or?
No, you good.
No. We got Rico Suave. Here. So again, this is a Straight Up RnD podcast. You never know what you're gonna get with our intros, to be honest.
They're gonna shit.
To be honest. But anyway, yeah. If you don't know by now, this is a Straight Up RnD podcast where we give it to you real, raw, uncut, straight up opinions based on motherfucking facts. All right, you understand?
All the way.
So the number one rule on this podcast is we do not give a fuck about your feelings
at all.
And we like to support. Subscribe, like, comment. And we're going to get right into this shit right now because this country is in some hot water right now.
We're in some hot water.
To be honest. You see what I'm saying?
Time is of the essence, too.
Yeah.
Time is of the essence. And we're going to start off with the DNC.
Yeah.
DNC convention happened a few days, a week ago? Something like that? Or a week and a half ago?
Week and a half ago.
We wait a little bit so it can settle in everybody's heads, in their minds. You know what I mean? They touched on a lot of bullshit. And yeah, we're going to break it down.
Man, I got so much to say. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So I watched it, and some of the things that really stuck out to me was how they were trying to make everything about Trump. Everything was, we don't want him. He's a threat to democracy. We have to do everything not to get him in, and we have to. Like, okay, we understand that's your opponent. We understand that you guys may not agree with some of the stuff he may want to implement when he becomes president or the things that he did while he was president. I understand that. However, you don't make your entire conference mentioning this man's name 400 times.
It was ridiculous.
You kept saying this man's name. Talk about your policy. Talk about what you're going to be doing. And then you guys come with the sob story of the abortion rights and all of that. It's like, okay, we understand you're for women's rights, but like to really publicize it in a way where it's like, sure, you're 6 weeks along a pregnancy and you just want to get an abortion, go ahead and get it. Or it's like, or you're 3 months in, whatever, 9 months in, at childbirth. Like, it's like, bro, chill down. Let people make their own decision on when they want to get it. But don't try to publicize it and try to sell it to people so people can buy it, as in vote for you or vote for Kamala Harris to get all this bullshit.
And, not to cut you off, bro, but I feel like the country has much bigger needs right now than abortion. The economy is messed up. The illegal migrants are here. And as you can see, anybody could go look it up. In Denver, Colorado, we're going to touch base on this a little bit more. They're literally robbing gun stores, robbing people in the house. The locals that live in Denver are saying they are not safe because of the Venezuelans invading them and robbing them. There are so much more things happening in this country. I'm not even saying that's not even a topic you should cover, but there are such more important topics right now than to talk about, abortion rights and whether you have the right to kill your baby or not.
Yeah, like that shouldn't be a priority. And I like my biggest thing is like, okay, they have their little things that they're trying to push, but to bring up your opponent that many times at your own
every
convention,
guest speaker, everybody brought up Trump name multiple times. Yes, that's your opponent, but my goodness, we're not here. Don't people with attendance? They're not here to hear about Trump. They're here to hear about what you're going to do better for this country. Mm-hmm. They want to hear the policies that you're going to put in place. Not just like, oh, Trump is the bad man, Project 25, blah, 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 blah. It's like, come on, y'all. Come on. And what I do think, I'll give the Democrats this. They're the masses of distraction.
Oh,
because you hear them speak, you brought up the big guns. They had Oprah.
Michelle Obama,
Obama, 44th president of the United States.
Oprah?
Yeah, Oprah.
I mean, if that counts. Right? She's big.
That counts.
Who else was there in attendance? Lil Jon was there. He did his performance.
Oh, man, that
Spike Lee was there, did a little mini interview.
Spike Lee.
They brought out the big guns to sway the American people and distract them from what's actually going on in this country. Mm-hmm. They're preaching. They're going that Obama route. Hope. We need hope.
And we're not going back. This not...
Yeah,
It's like the hope speech worked with Obama because he was an outside candidate looking to get into office. Bush was the president at that time, so he could preach that hope message. What hope if you're already currently in office? Hope? The hope is gone.
Hope is lost.
Bro, right now, what's today's date? Oh, it's September 1st. It's the first of the month. People got to go scrabble around for change to pay their bills.
Rent due.
What hope are they preaching? I give it to them because, look, the Democrats, they knew how to attack people emotionally. And I always compare it to sales. When you're trying to close a deal or when you're trying to win somebody over, you attack them emotionally first. You grab them in. And then you hoping that's enough to eventually get them to vote for you. They got people emotional. They attack their emotions. And they were like, yeah, Kamala, we love you. But like, after the convention, did you not go out to the grocery store and see how much groceries are? Did you not see your paycheck after you left that convention? Did you not see all the things that's happening in the country today after she's preaching hope?
They forgot. Went through one ear and out the next.
And you know what's another telling point for me? She's the current VP. I don't remember her saying, hey, I'm the vice president. That should be a selling point. I'm the vice president of the United States. I've been there. I know what I'm doing. And we're going to continue to doing a great job. She's talking like she's an outside candidate. She's literally making people forget that she's inside of the office. And it's a shame that people are falling for that shit, bro.
Well, she is, like, during this current Biden presidency as the VP, she, in my opinion, been in the background. I haven't heard what she's done, what they've been doing together, or what she's responsible for. So she's probably introducing herself, because I don't know what policy she has.
But it's not like she was never into politics and she's brand new to politics. Right. She was an AG for the state of California. That's a government job.
Yeah.
She was a senator. That's a government job. And now you're the vice president. That's a government job.
She tried to run for president
in 2019.
Yes. Dropped out. Nobody wanted her. Got obliterated by, was it Nikki Haley?
No, it was some.
Fuck.
There's like Elizabeth Warren.
She got to
There was all
the
those
woman
other
that's training Trump to debate Kamala. I can't remember her name. But she got obliterated by her and dropped out. And did we also forget they ran a poll and she's like the most unpopular vice president in history? That was a couple months ago. She was voted as the most unpopular vice president in history. Now y'all love her?
And you know they they did this thing where it's like they had this thing called joy, like
Oh my God.
like it gives people that euphoric feeling of, oh wow, like this is so much better than Trump, but we don't, just because it's not him and it's not Biden, we're just so happy there's someone else. And people were just riding off that hype, that I don't. I'm
Like that emotional
that
high.
emotional high. Yes, the dopamine. They were feeding into the dopamine, and now it's starting to settle in. Now it's like, okay, we know we want to vote for her, but exactly what are we voting for?
Exactly.
Like, why are we voting for her? I think now people are starting to realize, okay, what exactly is this woman gonna do? And that's why we start hearing all this. 25K for these migrants, 125K for those migrants. Now it's like people are like, whoa, hold up. Bread and milk and eggs is still expensive. But gas is expensive.
Yeah, gas is expensive.
Crime is increasing. Hold on. We can't be giving away all this money and like, you know, like
You
what
haven't fixed these other problems
and
first.
you haven't fixed these other problems. And during the DNC, they were supposed to really press those type of issues. Don't say, oh, we're going to fix the economy. It's going to be better. And we're going to make more jobs. Everybody say they're going to make more jobs. Everybody say they're going to make more jobs. What exactly is your economic plan to make those jobs? Don't just say you're going to do it to make people feel like, okay, she said she's going to do it. We don't know how. Are we going to end up losing something else?
You know, stay on the topic of jobs real quick. She blames Trump for why Americans don't have jobs or why, you know, basically blaming Trump for everything. But, I mean, the main reason, in my opinion, why Americans, you know, don't have jobs because of how the Democrats even handled the pandemic. So, look, rewind back to 2020. What was the Democratic say? We in New York City. What they were doing?
Oh, yeah.
Either get the shot or get out of a job. I know family personally that was affected by that and still affected by that by this day. Because they chose their right to not get the shot and they was out of a job. And that was in these Democratic cities. Florida, they opened. They were like, all right, cool. We feel like we got a handle on this. The vaccine was released. Everybody just go out and work, try to like get the economy going. The Democrats just made people jobless, and then people are still being affected by that. How is that Trump's fault? I remember Trump even saying too, was like, how the hell is New York going to cover? Because he let people govern their states. And look at the effect of that now. So now this is Trump's fault?
Mm-hmm. Well, he didn't do a good job in the initial phase of the pandemic. He didn't take any precautions. He says it's gonna be gone when the weather gets warmer. It'll be okay.
He didn't do a good
Yeah,
job.
I'll give you that.
He didn't do a good job with it. Absolutely not. But I can see from the perspective of this was a virus nobody really understood. Like it's like we hear Ebola breakout happen in like a few 2018, 20 or 19 or something around that, and like. There wasn't like a mass shutdown or anything on that. It was like, okay, we hear these things break out. We don't know how serious it's going to be until it becomes a problem, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, he said some stupid shit. Trump said some stupid shit during that period. Oh, drink bleach and do all this other shit.
Don't
like,
get me started.
He said those stupid shit. But at the end of the day, it's a virus that impacted the world.
And remember,
okay. So it's not like we could say, oh, Canada was doing good and this place was doing good and only the U.S. was all fucked up. But everybody was fucked up.
I feel like Trump made it okay for everybody else. Like, the thing is, the United States is one of the biggest countries. We can lead in the economy or whatever.
Right.
And if we say, it's all right to start taking off masks on, taking off the mask, the rest of the world is going to follow the United States.
But I mean,
China
some
didn't. China didn't.
Some states were like, we're going to take off the mask. Like, I was in Florida.
I was in
time.
Florida too.
The pandemic didn't exist there. And I was fine. Everybody was fine.
Yo, I was at the bar, bro. I was out. I was literally out.
And the thing about it, I remember, Trump wanted to stop entry from within the wanted to stop entry from within the U.S. at that time. They were like, oh, he's racist, blah, 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 blah. Fauci calling him out and all of that.
He was talking about China virus. Like, not letting in any Asians or like, yo.
But they didn't want to shut it down at that point because they were saying he was a racist. Next thing you know, oh, we should have shut it down. Trump was saying that from a long time ago. So, like, I'm not even saying there were some mistakes made because, again, like Rich was saying, this impacted the world. Nobody really knew the outcome of that, what that virus was going to be like and how it was going to impact the world. But at the same time, in hindsight now, was it the right move to just shut the economy down for such a long period of time in some of the democratic cities? People couldn't go to work. You giving them a choice of what to do with the health. It's my body, my choice, right? It's my body, my choice when it comes to abortions, but not if they want to take a vaccine or not.
But that compromises other people's safety.
Okay, but hold up though. Not saying that you're not wrong. Not saying that you're not even wrong. But at the same time, other states were giving people those choices, and they were fine. Mm-hmm. And then Fauci even came out on some, later on, and was like, the mask and the vaccine weren't as effective as they wanted to be. Now, listen, this is coming from a person who took the vaccine, and I was, fine was taken with it. But at the same time, I still thought it should have been a choice. It should have been affecting people's livelihood.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been take this vaccine or you can't have a job.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, that's what it was. It's in New York.
Yeah, but it's the other people in the offices.
No. But look, my thing is this. The other people in the offices, we have all these private industries, private companies. You have to leave that up to them. Every company has their own policy.
Yes.
If the company's policy is, well, we want you guys to come in, whatever, the companies should have been like, you know what, we'll do a hybrid, or you work from home, or you rotate how many people can be in the office at a time, separate people.
Something.
You know what I mean? The company should have been able to do that, and the president at the time should have advised that.
Yeah,
he should have said, hey, companies, organizations, practice this type of style if you can, whatever, implement that in rather than, I guess for New York, say, well, if you don't get the shot, you can't go to work, you lose your job. And, most people, not even that, we got to remember, a lot of people didn't take the vaccine because they knew the unemployment check that they would get is more than them actually working.
Yeah.
So the government's paying them more than their actual 9 to 5. So they're like, fuck it, I'll just leave my job and stay home.
I remember that.
And buy shit that I don't need. I don't got to pay my rent. I don't got to do anything because I'm unemployed, right? Yeah. I can't work. So it's not you have 3 months to get a job type of stipulations, because that can't happen. Everything shut down. So now you have people who just dropped out of work, lost their job, right? And then now you're gonna say, whoa, well, the unemployment rate was this, the unemployment rate was that, because your state decided to do that type of policy, that type of scenario for those people. If they were like Florida, the economy would have still been fine.
Exactly. And I remember that eviction moratorium. Man, that killed so many landlords. Because now you have, on one hand, you put that eviction moratorium in place, saying you no longer have to pay any rent, but mortgages still do, property taxes going up. But at the same time, you're giving people a choice to either take the vaccine or not. So people like, I ain't taking the vaccine and I know I don't have to pay rent either. What kind of shit is going on?
I'ma just stay at home.
You see what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm even saying I'm not for the vaccine, but I just think the government shouldn't get involved in saying, can you support your family or not? Because that's a real touchy subject. And you don't know everybody's health issues or health problems. Like, I remember some women were afraid to take it because they were pregnant. They were like, they don't know how it's going to affect their pregnancy.
My body, my choice.
So I was like, you can't. That is so hypocritical. So it's just like people have so many different reasons why they were uncomfortable taking it, and I feel like their voices should have been heard. Like, hey, we don't want to take it because of so and so reasons, and because of the state of the country that time, I feel like you should have put something in place for them.
And this is like some of the stuff that we're gonna wrap this back into the DNC. Those are like topics that they should have brought up, right? Bring those type of things up. Say what he did that screwed up the economy or whatever. You know what I mean? Like those are good talking points to touch on to prove that hey, you acknowledged the work that he was doing while he was in office and it wasn't good, quote unquote, right? And how you're going to do it better, how you're going to rebound the economy. But instead, she is VP, she's under Biden, and the economy is still shit. So you cannot use the COVID-19 excuse. So what is it? 2 years of Trump's presidency was under COVID-19?
Yeah. No,
so,
it was.
like, how you have all the fuel to go after this guy, but then now you guys took it over after the pandemic, right? You guys supposed to be rebounding the economy, but yet inflation is high. The surge of immigration, crime,
nothing to do with Trump.
killing, and then now it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna women's rights, and here's some free money, and here do this, do that. Like, there's no policy. Kamala Harris has no policy, no outline policy that she's telling the people she wants to vote for her. Hey, I'm going to do this. Here's how I'm going to do it. Instead, she's saying, here's some money. We don't want Trump inside the office. And your body, your choice. That's all I know from her.
That's all. The biggest thing is your body, your choice from her. That's the biggest thing. And I was telling you guys
that shit don't put no more money in your pocket. That shit don't fix the inflation. It don't do that. Let's be real. How about everybody start being responsible?
Yeah.
Be responsible.
This birth control.
This birth control.
Condoms. Like, this not to sound sensitive, but it's just like, listen, people are being laid off all around, all industries, people being laid off, people trying to find jobs, people trying to pay for this, pay for that. Like, I feel like that's the number one issue facing our country right now. And the fact that majority of conference wasn't based around that, it's like, come on, Kamala. But give it to her. She has a way to wrap her supporters around her finger. Because the way people are still sticking up for her, especially, man, like, not to get away too far from the DNC, because I want to touch on Spike Lee and his interview too. She has barely spoken to the American people. She has done rallies, and it's been proven that it's been the same rehearsed speech at every other rally.
Over and over and over.
Over and over and over. But you see Trump and J.D. Vance, they outside. They in hostile territory, taking interviews with CNN, MSNBC. Trump walked into NABJ knowing that they weren't fans of his, but he was willing to go in that hostile territory and talk to the American people. So he doesn't
go to jail.
What?
So he doesn't go to jail. That's all he wants to be president for.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Right. Even if he doesn't win, I don't think he's going to jail.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so either. But that's what he's trying to avoid.
But anyway, you have Trump and J. I mean, I just watched J.D. Vance on another CNN interview. Hostile territory. Where is Kamala Harris? I literally want to hear her. I want to hear her. Where does she sway my vote? She has the opportunity to sway my vote right now. She's in the background. Basement politics. She's in the basement right now. Listen, Rico, you don't think it's fair for her to come out on an interview and to actually state her points of why or how she's going to better the country? She did that bullshit ass CNN interview where they just giving her multiple choice questions, not pressing her. They not pressing her. J.D. Vance went up there. They pressing the hell out of him.
Oh yeah. They did. They pressed the shit out of him.
You don't think it's fair?
We can say that Kamala's qualified.
Why?
Why?
Why
All the past 3 jobs, we went through this already.
How does that? Okay.
And she was a VP for the last 4 years, so she's been through the ropes, the hoops, whatever.
Well, she tried to run for president and got squashed and dropped out. So, which means she wasn't qualified for the seat.
Nobody liked her.
At the time, though, yeah, at the time, like if I had known her like 10 years ago or whatever, yeah, I wouldn't vote for her.
Okay, so let's stop right there. Would you? Okay, you wouldn't have voted for her back then.
I depend on my option, bro.
No, back then, back then.
Yeah.
But do you support that she's vice president now? Like, do you think she should have been Biden's vice president?
So, every single presidency, the VP has done what? He's always been in the background. I never hear much.
Dick Cheney,
if anything,
he was a VP. He was known as being to run the country under George Bush. People thought he was running the country more than George Bush.
And that's true. And Biden was in charge of the Iraq war.
The what?
The Iraq war.
Uh-huh.
So Obama delegated the Iraq logistics and the problems. He delegated that to Biden.
As VP,
As
right?
VP.
He was VP.
As
Yeah.
VP.
Oh.
So Biden delegates the border to Kamala Harris.
And look at where we at now.
Yeah.
And then what do we have? Venezuelans, seasoned condos and complexes with machine guns. And what is the buzzword? AR-15s and AR
All types of shit.
And that's my thing. Like, that is a proven. If she was a vice president and she said, I was in charge of the border, Biden gave me responsibility of the border, I shut it down. It wasn't happening. You know how many Trump supporters would have voted for Kamala? You know how many people she would have got? That is the hottest topic right now.
Yeah.
You're in charge of it and you've done nothing but made it worse. She's in office right now. Right now, as we speak. She's VP. And people tend to forget she's still the vice president.
Master of distraction.
She can still say, yo, cut the shit down now. Like, shut it down. Put the National Guard there. I don't want nobody crossing at all. Send all of these motherfuckers back. She could say that.
Doesn't that seem like it's a political or election move, trying to shut down the border now and win the votes? Like, that's
But
a great way to win the votes.
Yeah,
It's a good
It
way.
just seems the timing is wrong now. You're right. She should have done that.
Okay, but is the timing wrong for the people that got raped and killed from the migrants that's coming in?
No.
Do those people's lives not matter?
The one that's in Denver, Colorado right now?
The people in Denver, Colorado, Trump did a rally or some talk with 2 victims that one was killed, the other was raped.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. Biden had put in place whatever bill, that if it gets bad enough, he's going to shut the border down. Like, that was his promise. That was like a month ago or something.
But why is Biden the one doing? He's not even running no more. Nobody even cares about this dude.
No. He's in the background now.
He's in the background on a beach.
He's over here taking vacations and all that. He's
just riding out these last couple months.
He's cooling it. He's like, yo, I'm gonna get all the benefits of being the president because I know I'm done. He's done. He can't do anything. Nobody's listening to him after this. Nobody wants to hear from this man after this.
He didn't even stay at the DNC.
Bro.
He did his speech and dipped. Because think about it. If he was still running, he would have to be there for all 4 days.
Yes.
All 4 days. He like, I ain't running no more. I did my little speech. You know what I mean? Stumbled a few words and then dipped off.
And at that point, his VP is supposed to take over. Hey, I'm campaigning. I need you to handle this situation, handle that situation. That's what the VP does. The president can delegate roles. Can delegate roles and responsibilities to the vice president. If Kamala Harris is if she's gonna run, right? You should be like, yo, Biden, put me in charge of X, Y, and Z, so I can have some, you know what I mean? Some firepower to say I did X, Y, and Z. Bitch, you didn't do shit.
Her vice presidency is none of the talking points of her campaign. Even when Pence was in the primaries trying to be the Republican nominee, he was like, I've been in the White House. I did it. I was the VP. That's a solid talking point. Mm-hmm. She's making people forget. Literally, she's in the White House right now because she knows she did a terrible job. That they both did a terrible job. So just like, you know what? Let me just distract them. Let's just say Trump is a bad man. Let me not take any interviews. And see what I do.
You wanna go back to when you were asking me about 10 years ago, Kamala, if I would vote for her?
Yeah. That's it. Go ahead.
All right, so listen, 10 years ago. Here's the thing now, right? Uh-huh. So this candidate is a woman. That's for some people, that's great. Here's what else, though. This time around, that's different than 10 years ago or whatever. Mm-hmm. So she's a black candidate. We've been down that block before. No. It's a combo tag.
She's black now. A year ago, actually 3 months ago, she wasn't black. All right, she was Indian American. She wasn't black, but now she's black. I just want to make that clear.
I mean, he would know.
I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
She's always been known as an Indian American. Yeah. And the thing about it, I don't care.
She claimed Indian American. She claimed she was the first Indian American AG, the first Indian American senator of California.
And that's fine.
That's fine. That's not a problem.
Yeah,
but let's not mix it up.
I still respect the fact that she's anything but the usual, which is a white man running for president.
Okay.
So here's the thing: what she's not, she's a what? We gonna consider her race a minority now? Indian American?
Listen,
there's a billion Indians.
She's not white. It's my point. Is she's not white. She's a woman. She's not white. This time not this time, but she's a prosecutor. Uh-huh. So I feel like that is a perk as far as trying to carry out your duties as the president. You know what shit has to get cleaned up. Uh-huh. So she's a prosecutor, knows what's garbage around here. Mm-hmm. Having a politician is one thing, but having somebody that knows what's right or wrong, I think that matters. This candidate. There was another point that I wanted to bring up, that she's a prosecutor, woman, some kind of race, something else. But the thing is, 10 years ago, do I want to vote for a prosecutor and put in some laws that I can't, do whatever anymore? Nah. Mm-hmm. But the circumstances here, this is where we are because of other people in the country. Mm-hmm. And when it was Joe Biden versus Trump, it was like, I felt like it was hanging on by a thread. I was confident that we're not stupid enough to let Trump be back in the office. But at the same time, Biden ain't it either, So then Kamala comes into the picture, and she's a prosecutor, and you see how that blends with Trump. That's why I would vote for her this time, just because of the opponent. Like, I'm right. 10 years ago, I don't want a prosecutor in the office. Mm-hmm. But thinking about it, right and wrong, I want to think it helps. But it could backfire. It could.
So are you saying that because she has some more, let's say, presidential and political experience, and she's a prosecutor, and she's going up against a convicted felon, it only makes more sense for her to win? For what purpose?
Trump is in the office now. Like,
he was a president before.
He held the highest title, the political title in this country, something that Kamala has never held. So it's like, I believe that experience is pretty useful. So I mean, but go ahead.
Did Trump have experience?
I mean, yeah, he was the president.
No, before that, when he was running for president, did he have experience?
No, but American people voted for him, and he got that experience 4 years in.
Because anybody can be president as long as you're voted in. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. And Trump said the right words. He was radical. He knew what people wanted to hear. That's how he got in. He told them what he wanted to hear.
Well, not even, because he was getting ripped to shreds. Trump, but when he first ran that 2016 run, whew.
Also, his opponents were shit too.
Whoa.
Don't even say that.
Hold on.
Clinton could be better when, you saw how Trump was.
She won the popular vote.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, they didn't get the delegates. How do you think the delegates got in? Because Trump, tax cuts and this, and told them what they want to hear.
But did he not give tax cuts?
Yeah, he did everything he said he was going to do.
He gave the tax cuts.
Yeah, and then he canceled it when he left the office. Actually, and then, if anything, he increased the taxes when he left the office.
No, I don't.
Well, whether or not he cut it or increased it, obviously we know that was a political move for the next guy, Biden, that came in.
Yeah, not for the people.
No, exactly. Not for the people at that point. But you got to see the election fraud, all of the other stuff that was happening during that time. And presidents always do that. The next person that they come in that they don't like, they fuck up some shit.
Yeah.
And then they let them have to struggle and deal with that. Yeah. I get it. Was it right? No, because we the people suffer from that.
Right.
And that is a dick move on Trump end. But that's the game of politics.
Yeah.
But
yes,
my thing is, we're talking about right now, and the way we have 40 or 39 days left.
Yeah.
Really?
Until the election day. So my entire thing is this.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
It's in November, it's September.
yeah, September.
60 days.
Now September.
Right?
It's the middle of November.
Yeah,
November
September
5th.
1st.
September.
30?
Oh yeah.
So
It's a little more than that. But what I'm saying is, at the current state of where Kamala Harris is not convincing enough for me to say, yeah, I can go and vote for her because she's gonna do the right thing.
What's stopping you?
What's stopping me? These policies. These invisible policies that don't even make sense. The policies of giving people $25,000 if they're immigrants.
Yeah.
The policies of giving $125,000 to people in California. The policies of
Price gauging.
price gouging. The policies of sending money overseas. All of these things I do not want.
You know what? Now that I think about it, because Richie, I know how you feel about elections and whatever. Now hearing you, I feel like I'm voting for Kamala just so that Trump doesn't get in office. Like I'm voting for Trump's opponent. I don't care.
Okay, so then, okay.
Yeah, you see. Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I
Yeah.
respect your choice. This is
No, you don't give a fuck about my feelings.
No, I know. I said choice. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, but I respect your choice.
Thank you.
But what I'm saying is, if you vote for Kamala and she fucks up the country, then what? Oh, as long as Trump is not in, I'm fine. Your property taxes could skyrocket 120%.
Yeah.
Trump is not in office.
Yeah.
What does that do for you, bro?
I know.
Hold on,
That's where
let me ask you.
backfire.
Let me ask you a question. Or do you believe she could stop the wars that's going on currently right now?
In Ukraine, Russia?
Ukraine, Russia, and Israel, Palestine.
Can she stop the war?
Can she stop it?
I don't think it's a problem.
She's giving the money to them.
Yeah, she shouldn't.
So if she wins,
Listen, Russia and
you're not
Ukraine, let them duke it out. If Ukraine gets,
we're paying for that.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. And so we're giving them weapons and all that.
Giving them money, weapons, everything. Soon enough, we're going to give them soldiers. Then what?
Yeah, but we can't get ourselves involved in another war, someone else's war.
No,
Even though we do it all the time.
It's not that we're trying to not get involved, bro. Ukraine is depending on us for that war. So without us, we can't just say, okay, well, we're just gonna leave you alone. You guys duke it out? No, they need us. They have our planes. They have our tanks. They have our money. They have our guns and ammo. It's like we're paying for that, and then we're paying for the Israel thing as well because they need us. So we're fighting this war without having boots on the ground.
So your question to me was, do you think
she's going to have the ability to end these wars?
No. Because it doesn't work that way. There's a reason why we have this war, and it's not going to take a peacekeeper to do that.
All right, so that was my first question. Do you think her policies are going to be able to fix the economy?
What policy?
Exactly. All right. And so it's just
I don't know what policy you're talking about because I haven't heard it. Have you?
God, the only policies I heard was giving away money. That's it.
Yeah.
And price gouging. That's gonna help the economy. That's apparently to her. That's gonna help the economy.
Yeah.
So that's my thing, though. Is like, I just don't understand why somebody will vote for someone just to keep the other one out, but not understand the current state of America. Like, what is she doing for America?
And I feel like right now we can't get in our feelings of who we like personally. It's really right now like who's the better fit for the job. Who is the one that's going to actually be able to get America out of this?
Let's not forget though. This is something that I'm always remembering. It takes more than a president to run a country.
Right.
You got the judicial branch and the legislative branch. President can do all they want. They can make executive order, but that's like the last ditch move. Like the border, that would have been an executive order if they were going to do something about it because Congress is not.
Okay.
So yeah, Biden can get his whole border thing if Congress got their act together. And that goes with any bill, law, whatever, any promises that the president makes. She can make all the promises she wants. She has no responsibility over it. It's Congress that legislates the laws for policy making for what she promised.
Okay, yes. So, like, you're right. Congress.
Going through the Senate, the House, and all
they
that.
They make the laws. The president just enforces those laws. But at the same time, the president do have some say-so on like what's best for the country. As you said, they can make executive orders.
He could veto a bill.
He could veto a bill.
Yeah.
Even with the border, though, it really shouldn't be no excuse of why it's this goddamn bad. That's just really not. You don't need a bill to secure the borders. That's what we're kind of saying. Obama has secure borders. Trump has secure borders. Biden, Harris, terrible borders. They could literally fix this shit now. That's what I'm saying. So, I had another question for you, but now I can't remember. But you want to basically just vote Kamala in just to get Trump out, but you.
Kamala is like the one.
All right, why Kamala? Go ahead.
But no, yeah. Like I said, she's. Here's the thing. I guess we can't talk about Trump. Trump is not a fucking politician, but Kamala, she's been around the block before. Now, do I think that means that she knows what she needs to do to fix the country? No, because it doesn't take just Kamala to fix it. You know, that's the thing about every presidential election, and I hear the shit that the promises that they make. I'm like, right? How are you gonna do that? Because it ain't gonna be you. You need a Democratic House to do that, and that's why this year will be. And we've been working on the border bills. We've been working on that, but with a Republican House, they want it their way. With a Democratic president, it doesn't work with him, their policy. So it never works when we have opposite teams, unless bipartisan. That's the thing. But in this cycle, it's one or the other. There is no bipartisan. That bill was, but we know what happened with that.
Okay. All right. So now, staying on the topic of Kamala.
This whole fucking episode is Kamala.
Yeah, right?
It should be.
Basically, to wrap up the DNC shit, really, I just thought it was just one big party. Hey, we got all the celebrities talking to you. Hey, this. And I was looking at Spike Lee. They're like, Spike Lee, what you think? It's not history. It's her story. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Spike Lee? What the hell are you talking about, bro?
He's a producer, right? Spike Lee?
Yeah,
that sounds
he
right.
made all the famous movies.
Movie producer.
You know, big Knicks fan. You know, I'm a big Knicks fan too, Spike Lee. But like, what are you talking about, bro? And then he's like, yeah, when I went to other countries, people were laughing at us. It's like, who gives a fuck what other countries think? Everybody's trying to follow America.
We're in the greatest country in the world.
Exactly. And now you think they're not laughing at us now? You think they're not laughing at us now? So basically, I'm just like, yo, stop taking advice from all these goddamn celebrities, man. Because I think some of them are bought and paid for. I don't give a damn. Don't take no advice from them. But yeah, anything else on the DNC?
Man, I'm done with the DNC. That shit was so trash. It was really trash. You got the Meg Thee Stallions, the Meg Thee Stallions of the world dancing, twerking, doing all that, trying to pander to the black people for their votes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, voting for somebody just because they're not Trump, you know, I don't think that's helpful for us in the long run.
So it's either don't vote or vote for the other guy.
But listen, you know what people forget a lot is that you could go ahead and vote for Kamala, right?
Yeah. I know where you're going
After she's
with this.
gone,
Yeah.
they're gonna say, "Oh, they got the Democrats got the Hispanic vote for Kamala, and we're trying to reach back out to those same people again." You're putting yourself in statistics of people who voted for somebody, but when they do their little stats on what demographic is voting, they don't really know why. Like, they can't tell why you voted. But if you're saying I'm voting only because she's a woman and it's not Trump, that doesn't help the next generation of presidents that's going to run.
That's party loyalty.
You know, that's just saying you're loyal to Dems and you're voting for them just because you don't want the other person. It shouldn't be that. It should be based on policy. You know, we're as citizens, as everyday people, we should be voting for what would make our lives better. Mm-hmm. What as an American, what are the problems that you have?
Right.
Who's going to fix that problem? Regardless if they're white, black, a woman, whatever they identify as, who's going to get the job done to make our lives better? They're at the top and we're at the bottom. They don't give a shit. They need to hear from us to know what we want.
Yeah. It should be quid pro quo. Like, its votes should be really transactional. If you want my vote, you got to be able to give me something in order to earn it. Not just identity politics or, oh, you're a black woman, Indian American woman. Oh, I like you because you got a nice laugh or a smile. That's why. Oh, you like a big auntie. That has nothing to do with the
big
state.
Auntie.
Yeah, that's how I think that's how people view Kamala. Like, she's like some type of auntie. Like, I do think she's a nice, like, politics aside, if you were to see Kamala, she's a nice person.
Yeah, I wouldn't think she's a horrible person. She seems nice.
She runs on her personality to gain the votes of Americans. And unfortunately, it is working to some people. It's like, oh, she's so nice. Yeah, I'm going to vote for it. That has nothing to do with the state of the country.
Yeah, that does nothing.
That does nothing. So, anyway, we want to touch on this CNN interview.
Yeah.
We were finally able to get Kamala behind the camera.
Script pre-recorded,
edited. It was scripted too. I mean, like, why you couldn't do a live interview and then you're accompanied by your VP? We're less than how many days? 60 days? Mm-hmm. 60 days away from election. You did one interview with your VP and it was scripted and pre-recorded. And then the network, she chose to go on CNN, which are her buddies, and they didn't press on any issues. They gave her what the hardest question I think she got was the fracking one. Oh, or they asked her, you was no longer in support of fracking in the past. Well, where you at now with that? Well, Kamala said, I stated my position in the VP debate back then, that I'm in support of fracking, and then, that I'm in support of fracking, and I'm not going to change my stance. The internet pulled up the tape of her in the VP debate. She said Joe Biden in support of fracking. Nothing to do with what you doing. And then that pulled up some more tapes of you saying, I am no longer in support of fracking, but you're in support of the Green Deal, which supports the banning of fracking. So where do you stand with that? And the reporter, or the journalist, whatever, they even press on the issue. They just like, okay, Kamala, we see it's getting a little too hard, so let's just move on. And I think that's just so like such bullshit.
Oh my gosh.
She needs to go on Fox. The same way your opponent is going to every network. Because it's more than just the interview. I said this before. You're going to be negotiating, sitting across the table from world leaders. You're going to tell them, hey, I need my buddy in here with me, Tim Walz in here with me. Or you know what, let's just push this out to next week, next month. You're going to say, I don't want to get in front of them. Like, it's such bullshit. If you can't do an interview with Fox News, why the American people are going to be able to trust you to get on the phone or sit across the table with, I can't remember the guy's name.
Putin.
I just don't understand this softball shit. And the media protects her. Like, why isn't the media pressing the issue of like, hey, we haven't gotten a Kamala interview yet. You got one of some nonsense. Now, I need to see her enemy territory. I need her to go on Fox
She got to
News.
be under the fire. And they know she's not ready for that because she can't speak. She can't improvise. She can't talk without being told what to say. That means you're not running the country. You're not gonna be running the country. You're not gonna have press briefings. Like, yeah, when it's time to have like a press briefing, is she gonna be able to stand behind the podium and pick questions from the random reporters that's standing out there? Is she gonna be able to handle that? Because presidents do that, and if she can't do a simple a Fox one or MSNBC or a live CNN one, then it's like you're not going to be able to really stand on what you mean, or we're handling this way, we're doing this, or we have this policy enforcement, we're getting it done. It's like nobody can really trust her with that. And I feel like you're displaying those things now, and you're vice president right now, so you should be comfortable doing that already.
What if it's a strategy? So there was a question on there about that Trump, what he thinks about turning black. Mm-hmm. Right? And her response, she didn't even acknowledge the question. She just, next question, please. Mm-hmm. Which I thought was the right move. What if she's not exposing her policies yet until we have the debate? That way, Trump can't attack her policies. It's kind of a lowball move, but maybe she's just stalling for the debate, and then because you can't run away.
That's a good point. That could be a good strategy to not say anything, and then when you get there, then double down on your policies. But
she's got to be what we're complaining about. She's got to come through with what her policies
with
are.
the answers.
Yeah.
With the answers. But that could be the strategy so that Trump doesn't, hey, this is not right and blah, 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 and he can tear up her policy. Yeah. That could be a good strategy. But then in second hand, you're doing the American people a disservice.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's early voting now.
But, yeah. But I think the debate is like 10 days away, September 10, I think.
Yeah, so it's a few days away, but it's like there's early voting now. So the people who are voting, they're voting for her, but they don't even know why.
When is early voting end?
I don't know when it ends, but certain states have different times. Yeah. But I don't think that's kind of fair, but it is a good strategy. It sounds fucked up, but I guess.
Trying to win.
Hey, I guess.
Politics is a dirty, dirty business, yo.
Yeah.
So what do you think about her VP Walz? Rico, what do you think about?
Well, let me put it this way. So when we had Biden and Kamala being VP, in his first year of presidency, Biden seemed all right, like competent and senile. Right? No. Competent and, had his shit together. Now, it goes the other way. But, so, not a good feeling there. Now, when Kamala, she's younger, blah, 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 great. Walz, though, what I like Walz is he gives So Kamala's younger, and she can appeal to the younger people. But Kamala, what I noticed about Walt that Walt has that Kamala doesn't, Walt has been through it. He has been an American. He wasn't, he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
He served this country too. Walt served the country.
Mm-hmm.
I give him that. Even though he's on a lot of fire for supposed lies that he said that he entered a war or carried weapons. So he dodged that question. They asked him about that in CNN, and he just dodged it.
Yeah, he dodged that. So he lied blatantly. But they're starting to get caught up in their lies, and people are starting to press them a little bit. And I know, hopefully, when they do the debate, whoever is the moderators, they better double down on some of the flip-flopping and you said this on this time and now you're saying this. They need to do that so the American people can see.
Yeah.
And look, I would vote for Kamala Harris. I would vote for whoever is doing the right thing. If they're putting in policies that's going to help us, I don't care who it was, but if they're not doing it, then I'm just not going to vote for them. I'm not going to just vote for somebody, I just don't want that guy or that woman in.
This time that's how I feel. But I wouldn't care Democrat or Republican. Yes, I swing one way or the other. But the thing is, I'm like you.
I don't want to cut you, but wasn't that the same reason for most people when Biden and Trump was running?
Yeah,
it's Trump. That's the common denominator.
But then, okay, perfect example.
That's a great.
You didn't want Trump. People didn't want Trump in. Biden wins. How did America get any better?
Didn't get worse.
It didn't.
And Joe had a lot of shit to clean up.
What did he have to clean up? I want to know what he had to clean up.
How it didn't get.
Two wars started under him.
None under Trump.
Not his wars though.
But who support? First of all,
we're supposed to.
Hold on. Do you know why the Ukraine and Russia war happened?
Russia wanted the territory.
What reason? Okay, let me tell you. The reason why Russia invaded Ukraine was for the simple fact that Putin did not want Vladimir Zelensky to sign with NATO.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at a map, you will see the United States has so many NATO territories, so many countries that is with NATO, and they're building a circle around Russia, building a circle around China, where it's like on a military strategic point, the U.S. is basically controlling their countries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So he was like, yo, Crimea was already a territory taken over by Ukraine, and they were expanding it. Okay? So what Putin was like is he said, United States, do not expand NATO to Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you do that, I'm going to invade Ukraine. They didn't want to listen. What does he do? He invades Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
Now, the U.S. pressured Vladimir Zelensky to sign the documents to be a part of NATO so that he can get the weapons and the money from the U.S. government to defend his country.
Mm.
That is the reason. That is the entire reason why people are dying over there. Period. People are dying. People are losing their homes and their lives. That's why we're fighting over there. If Biden would have been like, you know what? I don't want no casualties. I don't want people to die. We already have all these strategic military bases. Putin, don't invade. We won't expand NATO to there. Period. Point blank. It would have been done. Now, you everybody forget about China and Taiwan. U.S. Nancy Pelosi, you're gonna defend Taiwan. We're gonna blah 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 blah. You know, China doesn't want you guys to have Taiwan because, again, military strategic point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If China decides to pop off or anything, or China decides to do whatever they want to do, the U.S. could say, oh, we don't want you to do that, and start a war. My thing is the U.S. is trying to, I understand gaining strategic points militarily around the world, but if you're doing this to expand, to infringe on other countries, you're crossing a line, right? Just like how we wouldn't want China to take over Hawaii, right? We would fight for that.
Yeah.
You got to respect the same thing overseas. You got to respect that because you know they're going to do spying. They're going to be watching people. They're going to be, you know what I mean? There's a line that you got to respect. And that's why we have the issue with Russia. That's why we have the issue with China. And now we have this issue with Israel. Now Hezbollah, Iran, all these other countries is getting involved in that war. Now it's not about the hostages anymore. It's past that. They passed that now. Now it's, whoa, we got to blow up the military leader of Hezbollah. They done killed the man. They killed the man. They killed the leader, the military leader of Hezbollah, right? Now these motherfuckers is mad. What they doing? I just saw the other day, them dudes sending hundreds of rockets over to Israel.
Yep.
Who's paying for that? Who's paying for that? We paying for that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, when Biden came in, he made things worse. It became worse.
It wasn't his fault though.
It was his fault. He had that's where it comes into being a good negotiator. You got to be able to negotiate.
What about the other side? Don't want to negotiate.
Putin
doesn't negotiate with the U.S.
Okay, so then why, when him and Trump was there was no issue? What you got to negotiate?
Man. They're fucking friends.
But you got to. All right. So what about Trump and Jinping, the
Same
leader?
thing.
So wait. So now,
You know what
so
they
hold on.
all have in common?
A businessman is now friends with presidents of national countries. Is that what you're gonna tell me now?
With national secrets. Well,
Dude,
this guy
he runs hotels, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Why is he a fucking president of the country?
Friggin' Reagan was an actor, bro. Like he was.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on now. Would you want fucking Denzel Washington as your president, bro? Like,
No.
but still, I'm saying it's Biden is not a good negotiator. It's clear. That's why we're in all these problems. That's why we're in all these wars. And I'm not saying Biden didn't do nothing good. There was some stuff that he did good, but I feel like overall the country's at a worse place than we were. Obviously, COVID was even worse.
Yeah.
But like in terms of office, I think he's done more damage than good.
Damage.
I think so. The withdrawal from Afghanistan, our U.S. soldiers died. We left a whole bunch of equipment there.
Yeah, that's even.
Now they got our weapons.
Yep.
What do you think they're gonna do with it now?
Yep. I didn't like that either.
So it's like, and that's military. That's what the president is in charge of.
Yeah.
They have full control over the military, all of that, full absolute control. And look what you did.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll give you credit for Biden could have done a better job. You know what I'm going to say next.
What?
Could have been a lot worse. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think Trump would have been as bad as.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Remember when during his first term, he was making threats to Kim Jong-un. He was like, I will blow the shit out of North Korea.
He was going to nuke a hurricane too.
And look at them now. He was staying in his position. You touch a single hair on a U.S. soldier, I'ma blow this shit up. You think he did that? You think they did anything?
I think he did that just to hear what the American people want to say. That's what he does all the time. He's fucking better than him now, bro. He wants to be like him.
Bro, you can't say that, bro. You can't say that. You cannot say that, bro. But that's just an
He's friends
example
with
of
all
how he had
dictators.
these other leaders in control. And then,
I wouldn't say they're in control.
Or he had them under. Hold on. You think Vladimir Putin has more respect for Biden or Trump?
For Trump.
All right then. If he had more respect for Trump, and if Trump was in office right now, you think he would have started this war?
So, to your point, the whole thing was about NATO, which I agree, 100%. Trump would not have allowed that to proceed, the whole NATO thing, because that's what Putin would have wanted. And all right, we're not gonna. You're my buddy. I get you. All right, cool. I'll squash it. That's what would have happened, I think. Because he's friends with all the... He likes how they run their countries. They're powerful.
So what you're saying, he has a better relationships with the world leaders than Biden?
He's friends with them because he wants to be like them.
So you're saying he has a better relationship with those world leaders?
He has a better relationship with dictators, not with world leaders. We can't say the same for Europe and all the other countries, but for dictators, he has a great relationship with them.
Okay. So with him stepping out of office... is a direct link to Biden having a say while these wars were started in.
He had a lot of shit to clean up.
But what shit was there to clean up?
Yeah, that was a good... You had that question, yeah. Let me put it this way. I don't think Trump ran the presidency in the interest of the American people. Once he got in, he did whatever the hell he wanted to do. Even when he was in the office, he said shit that just people wanted to hear.
Okay.
Just because he was powerful. He wanted to show that he was powerful, that he could do whatever he wanted.
Okay, but then if we're talking international policy, because again, the president really has more power internationally.
Yeah.
Right? You're the
they do foreign relations.
Yeah, foreign relations, that's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
If he had it under control, and then now Biden is out of control, like you don't see, like wouldn't you want it to be under control rather than out of control?
I don't think he has any control of the countries, of other countries. He can ask nicely and whatever and tit for tat, but I don't think he has any.
Okay, so then I guess at this point it's Trump was a better politician than Biden. He played politics better. He played the politics game better.
No, he doesn't. He just does tit for tat.
Okay.
Even after he left the office, he's tit for tat with national secrets. With all the Australian prime minister.
So you saying we'll be in the same position we in now under Trump?
I'm sorry?
You think we'll be in the same position we are now under Trump?
Worse.
What's worse? No, honestly, what's worse than right now?
Do you think he's racist?
I don't think Trump is racist.
No.
All right, so look.
I think he is.
I think we throw this racist term so loosely, and it's starting to we're starting to be desensitized to it. Like, what's the definition of being racist? Like, you not wanting to be around other groups or like appreciate other groups of people.
Or prejudice.
Or being prejudiced. Before Trump ran for office, he was friends with all the rappers in multiple TV shows. Him and Oprah were great friends, writing letters to each other. He was on so many guest appearances. He had friends with everybody.
That's what celebrities do. That's what he was.
But now because he ran for office, everybody, and he's running for the Republican Party, which in this day and age is I don't know why the Republican Party is just look at something so evil, because the media is just so left leaning. So everybody that's on the Republican side, they're just like, oh, they're representing the devil's side. He have said some stupid shit. I'm not going to hold that back. He has said some racist shit. But is he inherently racist? No. Who has not said some racist shit in their past?
Let me ask you this.
Kamala.
What black person you know that haven't said, oh, white people shit? That's racist. Are they inherently racist? No. I think we throw this racist terms around too much, because now there is so much shit that the media hasn't shown you or not willing to show what Trump has did, like sitting down with black business owners, trying to help them, donating money to HBCUs. A racist man is going to donate money to HBCUs? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, has he said stupid shit in the past? Yes. but like, is he inherently a racist man? I can't say. I don't think he's just a racist man.
Let me ask you about.
Kamala called Joe Biden racist.
Yeah.
Is he? So is he racist now?
Who, Joe Biden?
Yeah. Do you think Joe Biden's racist?
I haven't seen anything too. But
Kamala called him racist.
I'm not saying he's not though, because I heard some shit like from his past years. But I'm just saying I haven't seen him during his presidency of anything racist. Trump expresses that, but Biden doesn't.
But you see, like, how loosely we're throwing that racist term around. It's just, I think it's just too loose. Like, I don't think inherently Donald Trump is a racist man.
Okay.
Because, like, a lot of stupid shit he says, people saying that shit behind closed doors, and do we say they racist? Do you think people are inherently racist? I mean, Donald Trump is inherently racist. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Because it's just the relationships he had before he ran for president and how he was friends with everybody. And Steve Harvey. Donald Trump donated millions of dollars to his foundation. That's an act of a racist person? Steve Harvey is black.
It was probably a business move.
But if you're racist, it doesn't matter if it's a business move or not.
It doesn't matter. Money's money.
Not if you're a racist. Not if you're a racist.
What if I'm taking advantage
Hold on,
of
and
you?
there's videos of Steve Harvey saying, "Make America great again." On his show, pull this shit up.
So he doesn't look down on black people. Let's just say that.
Does he not? You're saying look down on black people. I don't think he looks down on black people, but he is a billionaire. He could look down on a lot of people who's now at his current status. You don't think these Democrats don't look down on black people? These Democrats look down on black people.
Yeah.
Because
Maxine Waters. Yeah, we're going to build more projects for black people. I'm like, what? Building more projects? Why would you build more projects? That's somewhere you don't want to be.
you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Think about this. The Democrats held the seat 12 of the last 16 years. Where's a single policy for black Americans? You got the Asian hate bill, LGBTQ stuff, but the black vote is something that they're clinging on to for all these years. Where is anything in place for black America? Because you could do it for all these other groups, but on black America, how are they not racist?
Do something for just the black Americans and not for the other Americans.
Why are you doing it for Asian Americans?
Yeah, that was messed up. But that was because
You did it for LGBT.
Asians were targeted though. Just Asians
So
were
black
targeted.
Black people haven't been targeted?
Yeah, but not during COVID.
Oh my God.
Which I agree is messed up to think about it in like the foundation of trying to like protect the American people and just the Asians in that time. There's a lot of oppression that we could have protected with the black American, but they didn't do anything because
Okay, but wait. So then, all the Clinton crime bills, the stop and frisk, the George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, this new lady, what's her name, that got shot in the face
with the pot of boiling water.
Yeah, the pile of boiling water. Those are all attacks on black people.
Yeah.
So where's the police reform for black people strictly?
Police reform. You kidding?
Yeah, no. But where is it?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's corrupted.
But we're being attacked. So it's like, okay, the whole COVID thing happened, and there was a stigma against Asian people for COVID, but that
saw
only
how
lasted
quick
for
they
2
reacted?
years.
Yeah.
Huh? Look how long Trayvon Martin got killed from when Obama was president.
That was high school.
So, and so many others over and over has been happening, and these were not just little reports here and there. These are national news, worldwide. You got people all over the world.
Life and death.
You got people all over the world that was aware of this. Where, if that's something that's on a grand scale like that, where was the real reform for that? Where's the real protection for black people in police?
Again, if you're going to be able to put bills or laws in place for other groups, why not put it in place for the group that has been backing you for God knows how long? How is that not racist? You're literally pandering to black people, pandering for the black vote. but not giving nothing in return for that vote. So that's why I'm saying, like, I think they're more. Kamala literally said, "I'm not going to do anything for Black America." She said that. She said that. She's like, "I ain't going to do anything just for Black Americans." Okay, cool, but you put an Asian hate bill in. Like, but this is what I'm saying though. So it's like, if you say Donald Trump's a racist, and I'm telling you, yo, there is so much footage that you will not see on mainstream media of Donald Trump actually helping Black Americans.
I got the video that I'm gonna play it, where Kamala Harris calls Biden a racist at the debate.
Exactly. Play it.
All right.
You got it?
Yeah.
To hear you talk
Hold on. I got you right now.
about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing. And, you know, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me. Hurtful.
Oh, whoa.
To hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing. And, you know, there was a little girl in California.
So she's basically saying that Biden was working with people who were against Black people at the time. So she's indirectly calling him a racist.
Exactly.
So it's like he's like, if that's true, I don't know if what she's saying is true. She's calling the president that she is now VP for a racist, but hasn't done anything for Black people while she's there. So my thing is, if you knew that if you called this guy a racist indirectly, why didn't you, when you come in and say, yo, before I accept your nomination to be your VP, here are some of the policies that we gotta implement. And that's what I believe when if somebody's becoming a VP in the room, if you're the president and I'm the VP, and you're like, yo, Rich, I want you to be my VP. Before I accept, and even though we were debating, I'm like, yo, Rico, I at least want these two policies to be implemented. Can we agree on that? And you're like, yeah. Boom. Now, when I want to run for president, I can say, yo, with Rico, I got this policy in, and I got this policy in that I campaigned for in 2019. I got that done. Firepower. You see what I'm saying? These discussions and talks happen obviously without the general public knowing, but those are the discussions that she needs to have had with Biden when she was in office, so she can say, yeah, I've done this and this bill for Black people, or I've done this and this and this for people or minorities or people of color. That's the new general term, but none of that was done.
And two more points on Trump. If he's so racist, why did he sit down with Ice Cube to discuss the platinum plan that would help Black America? Now, it wasn't enforced because he lost to Biden. Ice Cube presented the same plan to Biden. That shit went in the fucking trash. That shit just went in the trash. Trump was like, he's going to enforce these laws. He worked with Ice Cube. He's going to help Black America. Biden comes in, Black America going in the toilet. If Trump is also so racist, why did he work with Senator Tim Scott, a Black man, and created opportunity zones for community, like struggling communities? These are not actions for racist man. So that's why I said, like, look, he has a terrible mouth. Like, he needs to. I think he's toned down from his 2016 run. He says some racist shit. But I also kind of just self-reflecting, looking like, bro, like, my friends have said a lot of racist shit. I don't think they're racist. It just could come off as jokes. But, like, I don't think he's inherently a racist man. So
but you can't have that for the president though. The way he's coming off, you know, like you're right. Your friend says shit, and we all have friends like that. But the commander in chief,
and I'm not even saying that's right. I'm not even saying that's right.
Not to cut you, but here's why I think he is racist. I think Trump is racist. I think he is. And for the mere fact of way back when he was doing his like when he wasn't president, like before he got into the politics, how he was denying black people certain you know, real estate. Like he had some racist tactics. I don't remember the article, but there was a whole article and an investigation that was done about this, about Trump, you know, not selling to black investors or selling to black people or black owners or people who were trying to buy real estate. So his business was very geared towards white people and deliberately neglected black people. Now, you got to remember, the Trump family, before him, I know his father was racist. So it's like, if you grown up in a household like that, and then you got all this money, and you're dealing with all these millionaires, listen, he could fuck around with Oprah and all these other motherfuckers, but when you drop it down to the lower level, to the real black people, because remember, black people forget they black when they got money.
Okay, but bro, well,
Okay.
why did he employ black Americans in his businesses though?
Okay, you can do that, right? You can do that.
But that's not asking for a racist man.
No, it's true. But it's a man that understands business, right? Again, the cleaning lady, the doorman, the trash man, you know what I mean? Who you think is getting those jobs?
Bro, he had black people in higher positions in his companies, though.
Hispanics and black people are going to get those jobs.
But he had black people in higher positions in some of his businesses. Even women. People will say he's misogynistic.
We had house Negroes, right?
Oh, so now they house
No. But we had house Negroes, though, right?
So, yes, but so now they house Negroes?
No. I'm just saying. Just because, I got a black person here and here, doesn't mean that because they're in the room, doesn't mean I don't like them. It's business. He's trying to get ahead of the DEI curve. You see what I'm saying? Now it's become a problem because now we have to say DEI this, DEI that. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. My thing is this. I've always told people this. I'd rather know someone is a racist than to not know, like Joe Biden.
Bro, he even had black people speaking at his rallies.
No, I get it. No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I get it.
Want to be in his cabinet.
But that's also politics too.
Bro, so all right, so when does it come between, all right, you're racist and not racist if you're doing acts that's not racist?
Let me tell you who's not racist. Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
He's not racist.
How you know?
Bro, look at the shit. He was doing shit for black people.
Yeah.
And he's white. He campaigned on shit like that. So that, to me, that's the man I say, he's not racist. But for Trump, I'm gonna say he is. I'm not gonna say that, he's not. Dude, he is. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'd rather know.
I just don't know. I just don't see how.
Look, I'd rather know he's racist, right? And know, okay, hey, he's racist, but everybody's gonna have everybody is racist. Everybody is, right?
Yes.
But if you're gonna hide it and then you come into office and as a black person, more and more people is getting killed, more black people getting incarcerated. Now marijuana is legal. How many of our kids is drugged the fuck out, dropping out of school? Is that more detrimental than somebody saying, yo, we're going to lock you up for having marijuana and smoking it, right? I'd rather lock somebody up for it because it's illegal rather than making it legal.
Hold on. It's happening in the Democratic cities.
Exactly. It is.
That's not Trump.
But that is still a form of, I feel like that's still hurting black people, right? In a sense. So that's what I'm saying. I'd rather know Trump is, this is how I am, rather than I have to find out after 4 years, oh shit, look at my people, look what happened. This motherfucker was campaigning for us to vote for this fool, and now we worse off than when we were. If I know, hey, Trump is racist, I see the shit that's happening in real time rather than 4 years later when it's election time and you bring Meg Thee Stallion Quavo on the stage and I'm supposed to forget like the strategies that they use, make us forget all the shit that happened for us to vote for them again, and the cycle continues. That's why they had 12 years.
Why is it when he's doing stuff for black people, it's just politics, but it's not an indication he's not racist?
Bro, it's politics.
But that doesn't make sense. So Bernie Sanders could do shit for black people, and it's not politics. But Trump could do shit for black people, and it's politics?
No. I'm saying before Trump even ran, we knew he was racist.
Bro, that's not... So, all right, so I remember some of those articles. So, like, some of the apartment buildings he was building, he didn't want to give, like, subsidized housing to, like, you know, like, to these city programs. They were saying, like, oh, that's racist. Why you not giving opportunity to black people? But, bro, not to be insensitive, Dave Chappelle even spoke on this. He did not want to... He was, like, in partnering with, like, these apartment complexes. He did not want some of those buildings to be having some of those those programs with, because what they're going to do, wreck those apartments, wreck those buildings, and that's got nothing to do being racist. I've worked with some of them city people. They fuck shit up.
No, you're right. You're right.
That's not even being racist. That's just like, all right, if I partner with the city with some of these like homeless people and these vouchers, that could fuck up the property that I'm building.
You're right. But you have to understand something. That makes it no difference than what's happening now, right? I mean, I look at it, it's a double-edged sword, right? The hotels now, they're holding migrants, right? Mm. They could have said, oh, I don't want to fuck up my business. I don't want to fuck up my building, right? But what's the deal? Here's the catch. $300 a night per room, right? For the rest of the year. Every single room inside the hotel is filled. They're making $10 million in excess at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So it's like, in the end, they're partnering with the government and they're getting paid.
They're going to get paid if you partner with the government.
So if Trump on that end to say, yo, okay, as long as I'm getting paid, what's the problem? I'm getting my money. But you're going to get paid while... Give me the tax cuts. Give me all of these other shits. Be a businessman.
Bro, you don't partner with the government. That's business 101. It's like, all right, no, not even business 101.
The Hilton and all of them is doing it now, and they're making bread. They're making bank.
You're making bread, but at what cost? Your shit getting fucked up. You're going to have to rebuild the same room, same...
Bro, I made $10 million in excess, bro. In excess. After all of my operation costs and all of that, $10 million. And these hotels are facing bankruptcy, and they're coming out of it.
Now listen,
they're in the positive.
I can't even say I'm a strategic businessman, but I'm thinking, if I'm partnering with the government, because even when COVID was happening, New York has these programs now. They will give you some tax incentives. They'll give you tax incentives if you partner with them to like let homeless people stay in your property. Nobody's buying that, because if you have the government in your pocket or in your business, what does that create? Like, what can that realistically create if we don't want the government in our business in the first place? I don't know. That's just me thinking, but like, I don't even think I even would want that if I own a multi-family building. It's like, I don't know. And then with New York, they were saying, but you can't, like, you got to cap the rent after a certain point. So if the market skyrockets, and I'm able to get more rent, I can't charge more. If my property taxes go up, I can't charge more rent. So then you're in the negative after a while.
But it's not that you're giving up.
Disabled veterans, POWs, blah, blah, blah.
What he said?
That I don't know. Suckers and losers.
He said that? Oh, I don't know about that. What did he say exactly?
Oh, I heard about that.
He said he called them suckers and losers?
So... this started in the last campaign that John McCain,
Okay.
Something about John McCain, and he was like, no, I don't like him, or something like that. You know, I like people who he's not a hero. He's not a war hero. I like people who are not captured, who are not dead.
Oh shit, he said
He
that.
straight up said that in the last.
Listen, I can't defend his character now. I said, I don't even know if I said on the show, but I said he's an asshole. I said he's an asshole,
And he
but
says stupid shit.
and I
He
said that just now.
too.
He said stupid shit. He says some racist shit, which is why I think this time around now compare him to 2016 to now, it's night and day.
Yeah.
He's toned it down. Even though with that attitude he won, he know he can't come back with that same force. But at the same time, I'm not saying he's the best person in the world. But it has to. His character can be so bad if everybody loved him before he ran. Bro, he was rap
He was
song.
a celebrity, though. That's why people loved him. He was this greatest golden
Bro,
billionaire.
how many celebrities that we hate? Just because you famous don't mean we love
Yeah, but
you.
he's a rich one. He's a billionaire with his
All
own
celebrities are
plane.
rich and billionaire. Well, not billionaire. All celebrities are rich. But hold on. Even though he's a billionaire, you think you're gonna defy your program if you invite him on the show? If he's so much of a hateful person, why invite him on your shows? Why do interviews with him? Why networks give him opportunities to start The Apprentice? Why be friends? Why Oprah's gonna openly advocate, for him when Oprah Winfrey show was a thing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think when you're in politics, the media persuades that how this person's such a bad person, and it didn't help when he said some stupid shit. Like the China virus. Listen, the China virus, was that racist? Yes, but that shit was funny as shit, and it was true. Like, it came from China. So he's saying it's the China virus. And I remember when he said that to a reporter. It was an Asian reporter said that to me. And then she's like, why you say that to me? He's like, I'm just saying it. It's the China virus. Did it not come from China? But I'm saying, though, how many people... I'm about to say that anyway. Bro, I remember people secretly in the hood saying the China virus. But are they racist towards Asians? I don't think so, but it's just like, it came from China.
Yeah.
Should he have said that? No, he definitely should have said that. But I'm just saying, like, Trump just speaks his mind.
So let me ask you, hold on, monkeypox. So I just call it African virus?
I said it wasn't right. I said it wasn't. I said he shouldn't have said
it wasn't
that.
right. Okay.
I said he shouldn't have said it's the China virus. But at the same time, bro, even though it was racist, at the same time, other people were saying the same shit.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's all right, bro. Like, when we say shit between a certain group of people, I just had an example in my head. Fuck. You said China Fox. You said, fuck, I can't remember the example I had. But basically what I'm saying is, let me just use an example. I met a guy in Florida, right? He was like, he was a lawyer. He said, look, I'm racist. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? He said, I'm racist. I'm like, what you mean?
But wasn't it good to know that he was racist?
But hold up. Let me tell you why he said he was racist.
Not your shit,
and I'm like,
man.
what do you mean you racist? What do you mean you racist? He's like, I think we're all racist a certain way. But he's like, I don't see you in that light. We're here in the hotel talking and drinking. I don't think you're going to do anything bad to me or my wife. But at the same time, if you see a certain group of people that just look suspicious to you and they happen to be white, would you not cross the street? So I'm like, yeah. And then he said, don't you have stuff in your mind about certain white people that you just think relates to the race? I'm like, oh yeah, y'all don't season your food. He like, that's kind of racist. That's not the example he gave, but he's like, that's racist. So we all have these stereotypes that we have other groups in our head, but inherently are we racist? Now, can Trump have some racist shit to him? Yes, but it's just his actions doesn't speak for what people put that label on him. And I think the main reason I'm saying he's not racist because I do think as a black community we throw that racist label so loosely. Yeah. If somebody doesn't agree with us, racist. Black person doesn't agree with another black person, coon. It's like we have to stop just throwing this shit around so loosely. Because when somebody's actually racist, we not even gonna know what to do. Everybody is racist in our eyes. So and it's not even only a Donald Trump thing. it's looked at as that the whole Republican Party is racist. So that's just my thing, bro. It's just we really need to just stop throwing that label around so much. But can Trump be racist? Probably, but I'm just saying his actions doesn't speak it. But can he go home and say, "Oh, these fucking here today"? Probably, but I don't know. But at the Democratic side, you got the VP calling the president racist. So everybody racist? We all just racist. Everybody
Hello,
racist.
everybody got a little racism and prejudice in them, but I'm not gonna sit here and say Trump is not. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I'm not gonna say. I know he is.
I don't think so.
I know he is. Biden is. Hillary is. Like, I know they are.
So all of them are racist. If you
All
say
of the-
Trump racist, all the politicians got racist.
Bro, obviously, all the ones before us, except Obama, obviously was.
Why you go? So Obama not racist?
Bro,
He
he
do shit
can't.
for black people.
He can't be racist against himself. Bro.
Why
That makes sense.
Why not?
That don't make no
Self-hate is
sense.
real. Self-hate is real. Then
Se-
why he didn't do nothing for black people
All right.
when Congress was blue?
No.
Easily.
You
passed
got a
it.
point. You got a point. But what I'm saying is, he didn't push no bill to, withhold black people. It wasn't no deliberate, I'm going to put, like what Clinton put in, stop and frisk and all of that crazy shit. He didn't put shit in like that.
Trump put something like that?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's what I'm
I didn't
saying.
say that. But we were talking about the article that we found out beforehand, right? Look, we know, and I'm gonna tell you this: black people forget their skin color when they got money. All right, they forget. They hang around all these white people, all these other different type of people, because you got money. they forget their skin color. Because if they didn't, all these rich black people, they would have done something built. They would have done what Dr. Umar is doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Who? You mean the black politician?
No, black rich people. I'm talking about all the athletes, the LeBron James of the world, all these people. I'm talking about fully funded, the same way Dr. Umar is doing it. They could have done that.
I'm gonna put this a step further. You don't even need to be rich. The second Kamala says she's running, all those black women came together and raised millions of dollars for her campaign. A lot of them ain't rich. There are black women who just said, let's come together. You don't need to be rich to do something for the black community.
No. Yes, you do.
Bro,
Here's a perfect example. Black Lives Matter. What happened to the money with that? How much money was donated by black people? But then the same black woman that was in charge of it, what did she do with the money?
She blew it off.
And that's why rich black people can do something for black people, not do fundraising. Because what happens? The people who are in charge, they use the money for their own personal gain.
But that's
Poor black people cannot manage money. That's why shit don't
But
get done
that's
for us.
different. You don't need to depend on rich people to raise the funds for something that
I'm not saying for them to raise the funds. They have the money. You going to the basketball game, the football game, and watching the game. You supporting the organization.
Mm-hmm.
The athletes are getting paid millions, right? They don't need to say, let me go and do a fundraiser. No, my contract for the next 5 years, I'm making $250 million. You telling me you can't take $50 million and build something?
And no, I agree with you. I'm not saying I disagree with you. Like, yeah, we should hold them. We should hold them accountable, but at the same time, I can't tell you what to do with your money.
All right.
But I'm just saying at the same time.
But don't come on the stage with fucking Kamala Harris twerking and talking all this other shit. Talk about, vote for this bitch. Like, yo,
I agree
you
with
are
you.
already a millionaire. Why the fuck do you need a politician? We shouldn't even be like, yo, y'all vote for what the fuck y'all want to vote for. Yo, I'm gonna come to the DNC. Yo, everybody, I got this. I built this. Blah, blah, blah. Check my link out. Go to my Instagram and sign up for whatever school I have for your kids, whatever programs that I have.
agree.
That
I
is a
agree.
platform for you to do shit for black people, not to twerk and say, vote for this bitch because she's gonna do this and we don't want Trump.
I agree with you. And I'm not saying I disagree with you, but I'm just saying the second that black people, we just keep waiting for either somebody in a government position to do something for us or these superstars do something for us, we're not going to get nowhere. Bro, look at Crown Heights. or the Hasidic Jews come together as a community. Build schools, supermarket, hospitals.
But you got to remember, Jewish people, Hasidic Jews, they have a tight-knit religion. Black people, this one over here is trans, this one over here is gay, this one over here is atheist, this one over here is Catholic, this one over here is Christian Baptist, this one is whatever the other Christian Methodist, this one over here is Seventh-day Adventist. That's why we don't have anything.
Yes. I
all right.
agree with
So
you,
all
bro.
right. So we can't compare to the Asian man. We can't compare to the Jewish man. We can't compare to the Arab man.
But bro,
Why? Because all of them, they follow their religion. They're tightly knit. They circulate their money within their community. We don't. The first time we get a dollar, we go give it to the Asian man. We go give it to the Italians. We go give it to the white people.
And I agree with you. But at the same time,
But not to cut you again. What do we run? The entertainment. We're the face of the athletics, the music. These are the people that's supposed to be like, yo, like maybe all of us rich people put $10 million or $1 million or something together in a foundation. We all become shareholders or counselors or build a cabinet and say, okay, we're gonna build this for these type of communities. We're gonna do this. They don't do that.
you're right.
Instead, they go to the strip club and they throw in all the money. They go on a boat and start throwing the money in the water. Like, this is the shit I'm talking about. It's like, we have to form our own in a different way. Everybody, every other culture, every other race have their own shit. That should be ours. We're like, all right, we run the rap game. We run the trends, all of that shit. We make so much money off of it.
Listen,
Like,
the
why
rap
not make
game
something out of it?
is not doing nothing for us. All it do is promoting violence against our own people. I'm just saying, we have waited long enough for a superstar. I mean, LeBron James built a school. I'll give him, I don't know if it's based around black people, his I Promise school, but he built a school. But we just keep waiting for these entertainers to do something. We just need to come together as a community and be like, listen, this is what we want. This is what we got to do.
But
we not doing it.
No, it's not that we not doing it. We can't do it. We cannot do it.
But
we
bro,
can't. Black people look up to people. They look, a black person, I'm black, I could say this. When you got money, they look at you different.
okay.
You
But
see what I'm saying? When you have the money, motherfuckers gonna look at you different. They're gonna say, oh, how can you give me some shit for free? How can you put me on? Like, give me some money. Don't you hear all the time the rappers that make it out the hood? They say, oh, he never came back and never gave us no money, never gave us nothing. We supported his music, and then he live in Calabasas now in LA and all that. He not in Memphis in the trenches with us no more. How many times? Again, do I expect a millionaire to now live in the trenches? No. But black people are looking up to them. They still watch it. They still listen to Lil Baby and all of them goons, right? But he not building those schools or actually helping his community in a positive way. He's not.
There's two things. One, I'm gonna tell you why we don't always need the rich black person. Black people nationally is one of the poorest groups in this country, but we're the number one consumer. So we got money to buy Jordans, Hennessy, all this other shit, but you can't use that same money to put it into your community.
So I think when you said black people are the poorest ones in this nation, right?
Well, in the country.
In the country. What about the Mexicans? Are they considered black? No.
Okay.
Do they make less than us? Yes. Are most of them illegally coming here? Yes. But in their community, at least actually right now, they're the ones that are taking over this whole construction shit now.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. If we pull our money out from getting on these damn Jordans and all this other name brand shit and Mercedes Benz, we will be in a better position. We are the number one consumers of all that bullshit.
But he already said that not a good money managers for.
So that's what I'm saying. So it falls on us to get something done.
All right, but how are we gonna do that if we can't manage money? If you're saying, okay, let's say all the black people, we stop buying the Jordans and the Mercedes Benz and doing all that, and we stop buying it, right? Who are you gonna give your money to?
But that's what I'm saying. You have to work together.
Okay,
bro.
let's say we work together, right? To get an organization together to have the money, right? Time and time again, these same organizations that were built by black people, what do they end up doing with the money?
So you're saying that we need to get an outside source to come in and manage the money for us?
Either we get another group of people that's not our skin color that manages the money for us, because obviously our only opportunity was the Black Lives Matter movement. That was our only opportunity.
That was our opportunity.
And look what we did with it. That's the biggest example to show we cannot handle money. We cannot do anything with the money because we're going to take it for ourselves.
Listen,
I'm telling you, when black people see money, fuck everybody. It's fuck everybody.
But
again, the rappers, the athletes, the movie stars, once they get their bread, bro, it's fuck you.
But I also think we are also to blame for some of that. So there have been rappers that come back to give into the community, and what happened? Yeah. What happened to Nipsey Hussle? He built stores and did all of that in his community. Black people are the one that gunned him down. So if you're an entertainer and you see somebody that can't try to give back and get shot and killed, what are you going to do?
All right, but that shouldn't be a deterrent to not look.
That's somebody's life you're talking about.
No. There's ways you do shit. If I know, if I'm a rapper and I make millions of dollars, you think I'm gonna be running around in the hood where I know my area and I know, especially if I came from that area and I know it? Why would I go out there and be on the street hanging out when I know shit could pop off? Mm-hmm. You know why? Because they miss that thug life. They miss that, oh yeah, I'm in the hood, I'm in the trenches and trying to live on edge all the fucking time. Yo, we know there's envious people out there. And we know black people want to take your bread. Look how Pop Smoke died. Look how X died.
Pop Smoke wasn't even in the hood, bro.
Yeah, okay. All right, but it was hood niggas that came and shot him.
Yeah.
Look what happened to XX.
He was buying a motorcycle.
He was buying a motorcycle and they took the money from him and then killed him. So it's like, my whole thing is this. For black people, we have to do it a different way. We can't physically be in the trenches and do it. We gotta say,
different way?
We build an organization, right? The rich person builds an organization, get black people to do it, and they manage it. A person with the money, right? They say, okay, I'm in charge. All the money or whatever donations that we get, I'm taking it.
But who is that person? Somebody outside of the black race?
Okay, no. I'm saying, for example, let's use Meek Mill.
Oh my God.
No. I'm a Lil Baby. We lose Lil Baby, whoever. If he's like, yo, from this concert, right? I want y'all to promote this shit. 100% of the money is gonna go to building a fully owned, black-owned school. We're gonna focus on making sure our kids aren't doing drugs. We want to hire black teachers or really good qualified teachers to make sure we get our kids on the right direction, right? Why he can't do that? And all the kids go there, they do everything. All the management, the money management, all of them report to him. At the end of the day, he signs off on whatever. He hires the administrators or whatever to do that type of work. But when shit is happening, he's in charge of it. Because he's already a millionaire. He already has the money. Seeing $500,000 is not anything for him. Mm-hmm. If you give that to some random street hood dude, they see the $500K and like, damn, yo, that new Aston Martin looking real nice. I might just want to go and spend it out. How they gonna know?
But maybe a Mercedes-Benz.
I don't know. It's about.
But if you give that to the Jew man, if you give that to any random Jew dude, he ain't gonna go and buy no Mercedes-Benz.
But also find the right person who cares. I don't think it's always just about.
Bro, black people don't care, bro. That's the thing. They don't care. If they cared, all these millionaires, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, you got people killing themselves over Jordans, and he still ain't really do nothing.
The dollar's powerful, man.
You see what I'm saying? So that's my biggest problem is that.
But if we can't fix our own house, how's somebody going to come in our house and help us fix it?
Because for some reason, black people don't have a strong mentality to fend for themselves. Don't you see how much of us rely on the government? Don't you see how the government is in our house?
Democrats,
Right? And okay, but don't you see how the government intervention in black people's house is keeping us down?
I 100,000%
And that to me is also racist.
That's what I'm saying, but that's more racist.
Okay, but I'm telling you, I'd rather deal with someone who I know is racist from the jump rather than a whole 10-year decade later. Wow, we're just now realizing that the government in our house is actually hurting us. And the damage is already done.
Damage is real done, bro.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, if I know this is a flame right here, and I know if you tell me, yo, this fork is hot. If you tell me it's hot, I'm not gonna touch it. But if I don't know it's hot and you know it's hot, but you don't tell me, and I touch it and burn my hand, and then you're like, yo, it was hot, bro. I'm already burnt. What the fuck? Like that doesn't help me. You know what I mean? That doesn't help. So I'd rather know beforehand. All right, I know what I'm dealing with. I know Trump is racist. I know what I'm dealing with. Now I'm gonna be more conscious of the moves that he makes.
So, all right. So here's my thing too. So are you willing to partner with him to help the black community?
Yes.
All right, but he's racist though.
Yes.
So, but how is that an act of racism? If he's willing to partner with you to help the black community.
Is Kamala racist? She's working with Biden.
I don't know what the fuck Kamala is. I don't know.
That's a good point. But that's what I'm saying though. Look, we know. Oh damn, we know that there's some, like if I know Trump is racist, right? I know Ice Cube knows Trump is racist.
Why do you know that, bro?
Bro, he know, bro. All the if YG and all them fuck Donald Trump, right?
Take that from YG.
Hold on. If you know what you're dealing with, you gotta know how to negotiate a deal. That's when you put the racism aside. You put the racism aside and say, yo, let me finesse to get what I want out this guy. Versus you're seeing a Democrat and you're like, oh, they're not racist. They're gonna do the right thing for me. 10 years later, they didn't do nothing. 20 years later, they didn't do nothing. I'd rather say, yo, I'm gonna work with this racist, right? I'm gonna try to get something out for me.
I don't think that's an act of racism, bro. I understand what you're saying, but
you gotta do it.
To label him a racist if he's willing to sit down and hear your problems and to act on, I don't think that's racism.
So what about
This is what he was saying. It's politics. It's just business.
Dude, all right, so then why then the slave owners, right? Why did some of them?
Trump a slave owner?
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying that. No. I'm saying like, why did those guys? Certain things they allowed black people to do. Certain slave owners allowed. Oh yeah, my slave, he could, sit at the dinner table with me. He could.
He can go to the store and get something from me.
Yeah, he can go to the store and get something from me. He could brush my horse, right? What those smart slaves did? They said, yo, all right, yeah, at this time he usually go into the shower. Yo, y'all could go into the barn, get the shotgun. You could go over here and do this and that, and they coordinated, right? They used that opportunity for their advantage. Rather than, oh, well, he's a slave master. I don't want to be in the house. I don't want to sit at the table with him. I don't want to do this because he's racist. You got to think ahead. You got to say, okay, let me play stupid. Sometimes you got to kiss ass to get what you want. When you have nothing, you got to kiss ass to get what you want. It's chess. You playing chess. All right. Ice Cube is playing chess with Trump, bro. He's playing chess. He can't play chess with the Dems because the Dems are like, yo, we don't want to hear your shit. Like, we know what we doing. That to me is more detrimental to a black person than talking straight up to a racist and playing the mind game to get what you want.
I think the Democrats are more openly racist than the Republican Party. Way openly.
I don't think they're. I don't think.
Bro, their actions speak louder than their words. The history of the Democratic Party speaks louder than their words.
You're right on that part, but it's only 10 years later we see it.
Bro, okay, 10 years later we see it. But the history of the Republican Party versus the history of the Democratic Party, that should tell you all about who's racist and who's not. The KKK was founded under which party? The Democrats. Who freed the slaves? The Republicans. Who wanted in the Civil War? Who wanted to keep Who wanted to keep the slaves? Who wanted to keep black people as slaves? The Democrats. Based off of history, who's more racist?
Look, you're right, but shit is changing. The game.
It didn't change that much. You still got shit from them niggas.
Yeah, but no, it changed. Like we're seeing, you gotta play the game. Like when people go back and look on history, it's like, okay, you gotta understand during that time frame, right? This is how the society was moving, right? Now we're in a completely different society. We have technology. We have all this shit. We gotta play a different game.
We still ain't got nothing from the Democrats.
And we're not gonna get nothing. We're not gonna get nothing. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Yo, I know this is all going back off if Trump is racist or not. Look, I say he is, but if he's willing to work with me, I'd take that over a Democrat who's not gonna work with me. Where then 10 years later, I see you caused more damage, and when I was trying to work with you, you didn't want to. That is racist to me. That's worse.
That's worse. That's what I'm saying. And like they were even playing your face, like Joe Biden did on the night he won the election. Black America, I got your back. He's about to be out of office. He's vacationing. He ain't do shit.
Bro.
This is what I'm saying, though. It's like, all right, y'all want to say he ain't going to do nothing for Black America? The party you've been voting for 50 whatever years ain't do shit for Black America.
No,
And Republicans will?
Bro. So, hold on.
I think at this point, nobody likes...
I'm just saying.
I don't like either or. That's why I'm not voting. Because they both not going to do shit.
But at least, if Trump is in office, I believe he will make the economy better, which will benefit all Americans. And under that umbrella are black people. You put Kamala in, we fucked. Everybody's fucked. We will be worse off under her.
No, you're right. We're going to be worse off under her. We are. And I agree. But what I'm saying is, you can't, we got to move past this mentality of this person's a blatant racist. We can't work with him. Don't get him in office.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We got to move past that
That's
part.
the main point I'm getting.
Yeah, we're on the same page on that. But all I'm saying is I'd rather know somebody's racist and work with them and get what I want out of it, or that's beneficial to my people, rather than work with someone who's a behind the closed doors racist.
I don't know if it's behind the closed door anymore.
No, Democrats are behind the closed door.
Like, they're behind the closed door, but it's like, is it really behind the closed door where we're looking at right now? Offering money to the immigrants, housing to the immigrants,
all right.
All of that. Is that really behind closed doors anymore?
It's not. But what I'm saying is, they're gonna go back because we're in a different society. You know what they're gonna say? We help people of color.
Yeah.
And who does people
exactly. No, you're right.
Exactly.
Exactly right.
But
Exactly
you gotta remember, that's gonna be during the next election. 4 years from now, they're gonna say, "Oh, we helped millions of black and brown people get housing and this and that, and we gave $25,000 to new home buyers that were immigrants." That's how they're gonna phrase it. People of color got help. But if you were to reverse back to 4 years ago, black people here, we're not getting it. But 4 years later, we're gonna forget. We're gonna be in the hype. Oh yeah, they did help us.
Masters
The Democrats did give us
distraction.
this and that. Exactly. That's a distraction. I'd rather Trump be like, "You're not getting anything. Yo, let's work something out so I can get something." Rather than, oh, we're gonna give this and we're gonna give that, and 4 years later, you're like, damn, bro, I didn't even get shit. We worse off than we were 4 years ago. That to me is worse. That hurts more.
Hurts a lot more.
So the main thing is, the only thing black people is good at is when our back is against the wall and we have to fight for something. That's when we get up off our ass, instead of sitting there letting the government give us shit, let the government come in our house and do all that shit. When we have to fight for something, that's when we achieve. That's why we're free today.
Which is why I preach for less
government intervention.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm saying, instead of sitting here being on your ass and saying, oh, they're gonna give us money for housing, giving us the money is only gonna fuck up the economy. We already talked about it in the last episode. It's gonna fuck up the economy.
It's gonna fuck it up.
How about you fix the jobs? Make us get better jobs, better wages, lower the inflation. Then now you leave it up to that individual black person. Hey, you're making more money now. Are you really gonna go buy?
Give opportunity.
Give opportunity. You're making more money now, right? You have the opportunity to make more money now. You're making 6 figures, whatever, right? Are you going to go and buy an Aston Martin? Are you going to waste your money on Jordans? Or are you going to say, hey, since interest rates on houses are low, the housing market stabilized, and I'm making more money, maybe I should invest in a house. Because I have the opportunity. Rather than, here's $25K in a horrible economy, horrible inflation, here's $25K, go buy a house with 10% interest rate. How you gonna afford it?
Not gonna be able to maintain that house.
Then what's gonna happen?
It's
You're
gonna be in the
default on your
foreclosure.
loan, fuck up your credit, and then now you worse off than you were without a house.
Wasn't that the
saying.
2008 recession?
But
that the
remember,
banks
under
just gave away
Trump-
money?
Exactly.
Interest rates was at 2% at one point.
Yeah.
That was an opportunity. That was an opportunity.
And some black people went and bought houses.
This is all I'm saying.
All right, so
This
we're
is
saying it. We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing, bro. We're saying the same thing.
Just differently.
Just differently. But like, all in all, man, this whole shit, like, black people, they got, look, people. I'm gonna single out black people. People gotta do better, man.
Here we got. Listen, we just talking for black people because we black.
Yeah.
But we want better for everybody. We want better for everybody. But at the same time, we grew up in black neighborhoods, and one thing I said this, what's even crazy? The shorts I put out when we talking against Trump don't blow up. But the shit we talk against the Kamala, oh, you for it, blah, blah, blah. I said this in a short, I said this in a long form. I do not agree with the police immunity shit. I don't care how many times he swing it.
You said you didn't get as many views for talking shit on Trump.
No, and I don't understand. Like, bro, you can look back in our history. We talked shit on Trump. We talked about Project 2025. How was a secret video release of them saying, yeah, we just gonna have Trump not talk about it publicly, but if once he gets in office, we're gonna act on it. Mm-hmm. We talked about all of that. But it's just for some reason people just looking at us as Kamala haters. We hate on both of the parties. Now we hate on Kamala more. I ain't gonna hold you. But we talk shit on Trump. I'm not for the police immunity shit. Because that's just, maybe I gotta look into it more, but I'm just looking at it as police take another life of a black person, they get full immunity. I don't agree with that. Mm-hmm. But I also think too is like, shit, Trump can't even get full immunity for real. So that's why I'm just saying, like, I gotta look into it more, but I just don't agree with that. Mm-hmm. I believe we need police reform. We need to get the bad apples out and keep the good police in. I believe we need more extensive training. I just think we need to hold the police a lot more accountable, because there are black people, unfortunately, who see police, or not even only black people, but there are people see police and get scared. I remember I was around my two little brother, sisters. I'm driving, they saw police and they ducked their heads. You shouldn't feel like that when you see police. Mm-hmm. You should be like, oh, the cops are here, I feel safe. Mm-hmm. I believe there needs to be some type of police reform.
You know what I think? Police is unionized.
Yes.
I think if they get rid of the unions for police officers, I think then it will be better. I think that might be the answer.
Probably is the answer, yo.
You know what I mean?
It's like a good boys club type of shit.
Yeah.
So in that case, you would have liked Trump because I think he's a union buster.
I think I don't even know if he's for the unions or not.
But I know the Democrats are for the union, but I think Trump wanted to offer that. I think, which is something.
I gotta look into that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would say he is because of the construction workers, those oil rig guys. I'm sure they're all unionized, but
Yeah.
I know the Dems are also for unions as well. But I guess it depends on which one or whatever the case may be. But
Yeah, like I'm not for defunding the police. Why you want to defund the people who's supposed to protect our community?
that's like saying defund the firefighters.
Like, and then your house on fire, you waiting 3 hours for somebody to come because they're understaffed. Like it doesn't make sense. Like that's why crime is so rampant right now. Y'all wanna in New York, nobody even going to the police academy. Mayor Adams saying publicly like nobody's graduated from the police
And that's
academy.
another clown too, bro.
Another clown.
He's another clown, man. He needs to get out. He needs to leave. Like he destroyed the city. We're spending like $1 billion a year over this migrant crisis.
That's just New York City.
I can't even imagine California.
My God.
Yo, gas over there was like $5, $6, $7.
Bro, I would have a bike and just walk everywhere.
Yo, that is insane to me, bro.
I don't know how they still standing.
They're the most expensive place in America, bro.
It is actually.
Homeless. Yeah, bro, look at Governor Newsom. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How didn't they kick this man out yet? Homelessness, crime, tax. California's a shit show. I don't know what the hell he's doing over there.
He was picking up garbage the other day. No, he really was. He was trying to clean up the street. I'm like, bro, don't you have sanitation workers to come and do that?
No, they defunded that.
Oh, they...
Yeah, they did.
Oh my God.
They did.
Oh
I
my
heard about
God.
that.
That's
I
why
heard
he's
about
picking up
that.
the trash.
Wow.
Hold on. I definitely heard about that the other day.
Holy shit.
Hold
Yo,
on.
bro.
Because they're searching for more.
Democratic run state. If you look at all the Democratic states, poverty, crime, homelessness, expensive out the wazoo. But the Republican ones, their economies are doing a little bit better. Look at Florida. Florida's booming.
It was
Florida
New
is
York.
booming.
New York. Mayor Adams defunded sanitation workers. I know I heard about it. Another clown. Another clown.
The people picking up our trash, bro.
NYC
You know what
Council.
he did too? He passed this thing where he passed this new law for the trash bins. You need new trash bins.
I got the mail. I got the letter in the mail.
Yeah. You got to get new trash bins, one with the lids and the cover on it.
And you have to pay for it.
And I have to pay for it. So why you couldn't give me the billions of dollars that you was paying for these migrants and say, yo, everybody get a free trash bin. Everybody get a free trash bin.
I got the fucking letter in the mail. It was, you got to put it, I think by next year you got to have a trash bin. But by like 2026, you got to have the official NYC trash bin. I'm like, are you serious? And you got to pay for it. I'm like, hey, man, what the hell are you doing? I looked at that letter. I'm like, yo. Put that letter went to my wife. Like, yo, look what this clown ass man saying again.
Yo, I really don't know how they. I'm surprised New York City elected an ex-cop.
I don't know how we don't flip this shit red.
He was a cop.
Yeah, he was an ex-cop. Yeah, he was an ex-cop.
And I'm like, how? I thought defund the police. I thought it was
Exactly.
all of that. How?
I thought he was going to come in and fix crime. He's an ex-cop. How he doesn't fix crime. It's worse.
Yeah.
Worse. I had to pick my mother up from the train the other day because somebody got shot on the train. They stopped. Everybody had to exit, and they deserted her in the middle of Queens. I had to go rush to Queens to pick her up so she could get home. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But then we have some of the strictest gun laws. I don't know what
Yo,
to say.
look. All it takes is for the Venezuelans to come over here and start taking over Flatbush, Barclays. Like, they could just say, yo, this place is ours now. Like, what's stopping them, though?
And honestly, what's stopping them? None.
No. Let them get into them projects and take that shit over. Then what happened?
Real shootouts. Yeah.
Whoa. Yo. Out here is gonna be what it looked like back in the 90s. It was like, you had the Crips and the Bloods running around and they had territories like that was way more visual. Yo, I remember walking from school, dudes was shooting and fighting. Like one dude got slashed up and he's running down the block bleeding, and I'm like, yo, but he got his bandana on and all this. I'm like, yo, like it's really happening. When those people come and they bring that shit that they have in their country here, it's gonna be bad. Cause them Hispanics, they don't play. They don't play, but they
walk around with machetes and shit.
You remember the thing that happened to Junior? The kid that got slashed up by the Trinitarios in the Bronx? Yeah, it was a big thing.
This year?
No, that was like a few years back.
Oh, a few years back.
Yeah, like he was in a corner store and he went in there, he went to get something, and one dude saw him. I guess they were looking for a particular guy, but he was a kid. He was like maybe like 16, 17. And they were looking for a specific person, but they thought that was the guy that they needed to get. So they ran in there and started like dragging him out, and they got their machetes out and started chopping him up, yo. Jeez. They started slashing him up, and he was bleeding, and he ran into the corner store to like ask him for help, and the corner store guy was like, yo, get out of my store.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
Get out of my store.
I remember now.
They didn't shoot him. They dragged him out, and they chopped him up. I think that's more personal than shooting somebody.
Yeah, that's demonic.
So if that's already here, and that was a couple of years back, imagine now. You seen the shit we talked about earlier about the Colorado joint? Mm-hmm. They bringing the guns. They're not bringing no little Glock 9s and Smith & Wessons.
Fuck they kid.
They're bringing the AR-15s. Yeah. The same thing that Hillary Clinton is trying to ban. All right? I'm doing my Trump hands right now.
Yo, nah. He be cracking me when you do that. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
yo, they're bringing those guns in. How they getting it illegally? You make it illegal, now nobody can have it, but the criminals are getting it.
That's
how
why
you gonna defend yourself?
I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming to a city near you. That's all I gotta say.
It is. Yeah.
Like, what you gonna do?
Joy.
You saw the video.
Yeah.
They broke off the door handle and they went inside the house.
That's insane.
What are you gonna do?
That's insane.
You gonna call 911? You gonna call the police that you defunded?
And these liberal networks not even covering.
Yeah. Those were the migrants?
Yes. They're out here. Fucking shit up.
That's what you were telling me. To get a gun. Yeah.
Listen, y'all. This is such an important election.
Man. Oh my.
Because it's either put the shit down the toilet even more, just add more shit to the toilet bowl, or like try something different. That's the way I look at it. It's like
the toilet's clogged. Don't shit in it anymore. That's simple.
It's just like vote for this administration again, or try something different. I just.
How about
the Trump sponsor that?
Money and start a foundation.
Wait, what happened?
Try something different, get some money, and start a foundation. That was the whole deal.
Listen.
Remember,
easier said than done.
Black people not good with money.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yo,
but he knows.
Nah, he might get $1 million and be like, yo, fuck this up. I'm out of here.
People change when they get money.
Saying that, right?
They forget their skin
as
color.
Was saying about how black people not good with money, I started thinking about Dr. Umar and his school. People like his school is taking so long to build up because he's relying on black people to help him. Like, he's saying, I need black people to help paint the school, HVAC, this and that, but he's not getting the help. He was openly admitting, like, listen, I have to get some white people to do some of this shit. So now people are like, hey, what's your school? And I'm like, if he would have just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just get some white people to just do this and that, it probably would have been open more. But he's just so big on, like, I want this to be built by the black dollar, black people to help me. So I'm just like, we have somebody here.
Well, that's one person.
That's one person. We can't support this one person.
Bernie.
But shit, if Bernie didn't drop out, he probably could have. Yeah, he probably had a chance.
He could have. I would have voted for him if he was running.
He would have won. If Bernie, I would have voted for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's old, but I would have voted for him.
Yeah, age wouldn't have been a problem. I'm like, yo, as long as you got a VP that's not as old as you, then it's fine.
Yeah, if Bernie didn't drop out, I think he would have won. But
again, back to black people supporting him. Why isn't it there a big mass of people supporting this guy? Why? Because it's like, oh, what you gonna do with the money? What you gonna do? Oh, is a school really gonna come here?
The school there. You can visit the school right now.
I saw it.
Yeah, the school is there.
But my thing is this. Again, they pick and choose who they want to support, who they want to bring their money to. You know, the only big example I can give you is the Black Lives Matter, and they put it into somebody who I didn't even know this woman beforehand. It's not like she was a Dr. Umar, right?
I don't know who she was.
And then she stole the money. She was a nobody. She took the money, and then everybody's like, oh.
I'm just so confused on how she thought she was going to get away with that. You buying mansions and like, you don't think nobody was going to find that shit out? I'm just so confused. So confused on what you thought the outcome of that going to be. Something that's getting so much national attention. You're raising millions of dollars. We finally get people to give a fuck. And you blow it all on cars, jewelry, and private dinners. Who knows what the fuck else we blew it on? It's over. It's over.
All right. Rico, let me ask you this. How would you feel that, like, let's say there was a cause that you, well, like, give me a cause that you really care about.
Oh, a car?
A cause, like, you know, like, I don't know, better school lunches for people or housing for the elderly, like a cause.
Yeah, a value.
Cure for cancer or something like that. Like, what's one thing that you really care about?
Yeah. I think it's how everything is, or a lot of things is not affordable. Because if we keep going at this, we're going down. Like, it's a sinking ship if this price keeps up.
Okay, so let's say there was like an organization for a big food drive, and they were like raising money. You were donating. This isn't my example. You're donating money to this organization to, you know, help communities, you know, afford, like, bring the cost of food down. And you're giving like $50, $100 every month. And then you hear after 2 years, and you probably invested, let's say you invested $5,000 over 2 years. You hear the person that was in charge, he took that money and he's in China building a whole nother company. How would you feel?
Betrayed. Like, I felt he wasn't here in the first place. I felt it was just a game the whole time.
You were conned. You were scammed.
Right. I was conned.
Right? Mm-hmm. So that is the Black Lives Matter right there.
Because it wasn't only black people donating.
It was everybody. Everybody was donating. And then for that little woman to do that, it's just like, how could you live with yourself? That's like stealing from the church.
Mm-hmm. For real. No, you're right.
But we got pastors doing it. But it's like you as a member going inside of the offerings box and grabbing the money and walking out.
No, that's exactly what it's like.
Like that hurts. Yeah. That really hurts. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I tell you, black people cannot be at the forefront of it, because Look what they do. Look what they do.
And then think about the other groups of people that donated it. They're like, oh, that's my last time supporting y'all.
We're never having that again. We're never going to have a Black Lives Matter movement again. I'm going to go on the record and say that. We're never having that again.
That is so crazy, man. That was a crazy. I remember on Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn, I'm seeing the marches coming down. And I saw a lot of white people. They closing on the bridges because they're doing the bicycles, the bicycle marches. Going in front of Barclays Center. They're doing the Black Lives Matter marches. And it was a lot of white people. It was everybody's like, oh, we going to support your cause.
You think they're going to support it now? They say, yo, we was with y'all and look what y'all did. Now when the woman that got shot with the hot water.
Yeah.
Nobody, they like, hey.
And you saw the police got off scot-free.
Yeah, they like, we don't, no, not our problem.
And you would think Biden or Kamala would have commented on that. You down for the cause, right?
But wait. Remember when Trump was at the National Journalists Association? They mentioned
we criticized him on that.
Yeah. But you see how those reporters asked him that question though.
Wait, what do you mean?
Remember when they pressed him on the immunity, and we were like, "Yo," they mentioned a cop that got arrested at the time for shooting a woman, right? They pressed him on it, but in the CNN interview with Kamala Harris, why didn't they press her on that?
Oh my God, that's a great point.
You see what I'm saying? And she black and she for the people. She for black people.
Great point.
Why they didn't press her on that?
That is a great point.
Say, Trump is looking for immunity for police and blah, blah, blah. Look at this case. Officer whoever shot a woman, an innocent woman. What is your take on that? What would you do?
You know they ain't asking no tough questions. They have friends. They have friends, bro.
And these are the motherfuckers that people want in office.
This is why when it comes to the debate, when they're both there on the stage.
I can't wait. But
yeah, I know.
But I'm a little... Only thing that I'm nervous about because it's on CNN, I think they're going to be a lot biased towards Kamala. Because I can see how it's going to go. Trump has to calm down. I think he's going to come in, be hot. You know what I mean? Well, he was fine in the Biden debate. I don't remember him disrupting Biden or anything.
I mean, they muted the mic.
They muted the mics. Okay, so I feel like they're going to mute the mics again. If they mute the mics again...
That's still up in the air.
That is still up in the air because of Kamala. But anyway, just keep it like, yeah.
Did they want her punchline to come in when he's saying something? That's why they're iffy on muting the mic.
But yeah, so... I really want them to just be fair to both of them. And I want to see them press Trump, but they gotta press Kamala. They have to.
Yeah, this is the first time she's gonna get pressed.
We're gonna see if there's any bias.
It's going to be. It's going to be a little bit. But it's just like, that's why I think they gotta do two debates. They gotta do one on CNN and one on Fox. Because both debates, the one with Biden, was it on MSNBC? I feel like it was on MSNBC. Mm-hmm. He's walking in hostile territory all the time. Mm-hmm. Going his side of the street now. I just think that's fair. That's just fair. He did two debates on left-leaning networks. Run up to Fox. You think again? You think when you're at the table talking to these other country leaders, it's going to be CNN babying you, asking you baby shit? You gotta be in the heat. Mm-hmm. I need to see you in the heat.
It was on CNN, the first one. With
the first one was
Joe
on
Biden, Joe Biden and Trump.
So I gotta see you in the heat. I got to. So now the second one's on CNN again?
Well, the Kamala Trump, they saying it's CNN, right?
Okay, so I know it's on CNN.
No, I'm talking about the Biden and Trump was
that
CNN.
was on CNN. The Kamala Trump. But I know it's on one of the left leaning networks. It could be CNN, but I'm just saying, like,
I think it might be PBS. 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 I think it might be PBS
I know they were on the table at one point.
So look, Harris-Trump debate rules include muted mics and no audience. Again, the audience plays a big role.
No audience?
Wait, what? That's the Kamala?
This is on PBS. PBS News. Trump debate rules include muted mic. Harris-Trump debate includes muted mic and no audience.
Why no audience?
And it's on ABC.
ABC.
News.
It's on AB. Oh, shit. That's terrible. Trump hates ABC.
Hey.
But he's running up, though.
Hey.
Yeah, it's at ABC debate on September 10th.
Oh, my God.
So which side is that?
That's the left.
That's the left. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, to be fair, they got to do Fox.
She's not going to do it. She's not. She's going to do the first one, right? If she gets like the high, oh yeah, she did good. She's not gonna debate him again.
She's gonna ride that coattail all the way.
She's gonna ride it up to election day.
You think she's gonna do another interview?
No. When she riding if everybody, the general response is, oh, Kamala was so good and she was so presidential, she's gonna say, fuck the next debate. I'm riding this wave to the election. And I'm gonna just keep on doing campaigns with pre-recorded same messages over and over. I think that's gonna be her strategy.
Nah, I think so too.
If she loses, then she'll probably do it.
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is so
But I'm
crazy.
telling you, I think it might just only be one.
It might just be one. It might just
Because
be
it's
one.
two. This one's a lot of tension. A lot of tension in this election.
And I feel like Kamala knows how to press his buttons being a prosecutor. Like, she messes, this is what she works with. She already said all this. Felon, rapist, blah, 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 blah. So I feel like she knows how to, like, with the question on the interview about asking him about how Trump thinks she turned black. Mm-hmm. Next question, please. She didn't acknowledge the question. Because it's the same thing as bullying. Somebody bullies
he
you.
shouldn't have mentioned that.
That she's not black.
Because how it looks for him. We know, but for him as a politician, even though we know
I'm glad
it's the
he
truth,
said it.
But you see, you can't be saying racist things when you're...
But I told you that. But I was like, he should have said some shit. But it just gives the left a talking point.
Yeah.
And give them more ammo of like, oh, look what he did. Look what he did. Look what he said.
Yeah. They're doing it all the time.
Bruh. But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of being able to talk off the dome. Like, you come out and you say something, and yeah, that's how I felt. I said it, and
I remember listening to that show.
But
like,
that's the thing. That's the thing. That's
the black jobs comment, like
The black.
He
everybody's
just...
he's coming off the dome. He's coming off the dome. To me, it's like, okay, at least he's just saying what the fuck he want to say.
But that's
Do
why
you think
he's
that was
not...
a racist comment or he misspoke?
the
Black jobs.
He misspoke. I love watching these debates because it's funny as
They are
fuck.
funny.
And I really analyze everything they say, right? And I think he meant to say minority jobs,
Like they're coming in and taking.
the low earning jobs. Like that's obvious. If you listen to the conversation and the context is they're coming in. Obviously, they're not going to come and take a CEO position. Obviously, they're coming in. They're going to take the low end hanging fruit jobs away from other citizens who, don't have the education to get better jobs. That's what he meant.
Blue collar jobs.
That's what he meant. But he said black jobs.
But so he was kind of, I feel like he was trying to.
He was about to say black and Hispanic jobs. Like, he probably want to say
What I
that.
thought he was trying to relate to black, not relate, but like speak to Black America. Like, yo, these people are invading the country and taking at the jobs y'all have.
No,
but
they're coming for your job.
yeah,
like,
I think that's what he was trying to, but it just came off like, oh, Trump racist again. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, that's not.
that, like, I know it kind of sounds like you're defending him, but it's like, he said what he said, right? He said what he said. Just like how Tim Wolf said he carried weapons and he didn't.
And they're not even holding him accountable, bro.
But they're not holding him accountable on it. But it's like, he said what he said. But what I'm trying to say is, we knew what he was trying to say. He's coming for the low-hanging fruit jobs. And we know the stereotype, the demographic. Like, we all know the demographic of people that's working at those type of jobs.
And those are good paying jobs. So like blue-collar work is high-paying jobs.
Yeah.
It's not like those are like end of the mill.
No,
like,
but he's not. But the migrants are not taking. The immigrants are not taking the high-paying blue-collar jobs. They taking the security. They taking the people that fold the clothes in the mall. They taking you go to Popeyes. You go to Chick-fil-A. They taking those
they're gonna
jobs.
work for $2 an hour.
And those are the jobs that Black and Hispanic citizens have majority. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ones that sweep the floor, they're the ones that's doing that. Those immigrants are coming in and taking those same positions. Now, where do those people work? That's what he meant.
Yeah. But he just said it
He
so
said
bluntly.
it wrong.
Said it wrong.
But he said it bluntly. But I'm glad he said it, because now Black people could say, "Oh shit, nah, he right." You know what I'm saying? Like now you can say, "Look,"
But he said it the wrong way.
but no, I'm glad he said it that way. To the general public,
So it's
nah.
like direct. Like,
Again, I'd rather deal with a racist than somebody who's behind a racist behind closed doors.
mm-hmm.
Tell me blunt. This is the only opportunity we have. This is the election period. Don't sugarcoat it, bro. Tell me. He's taking Black jobs. They're taking Black jobs. Oh shit. Damn.
Now,
I don't want the migrants in here. What like, wouldn't that make you think that? Like, if you know somebody's coming to take your job,
Yeah.
you would want to, stop. Like, don't. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You're all right, bro. But
How should he should say? Or how should he have said it?
when I heard it live, I didn't
even catch it. Like
I didn't
had
catch it like that.
I had to catch it on Twitter to find out that he said that shit.
I was watching that debate live. When I heard it, I was just like, oh, like I didn't think of it as a racist remark until it blew up on the internet. I was like, oh shit.
but I didn't understand why it was specific, or is that the part that he did wrong? Why it was specific to Black jobs?
I can't remember what the question was. I will have to go back and watch.
No, so they asked him a question about immigration, but he trailed off into another direction on the question.
Dimension.
But
He ran.
what it led into was that, they're coming over the borders and they're taking Black jobs. Like, he's saying what they're doing to the country, right? It's not that. I think it was, how was he gonna fix it? I think that was, how was he gonna fix the border or contain the border? Then he trailed off and was said, they're coming over the border and they're taking Black jobs and they're taking this and crime and they.
But see, that's what I mean. Like, sure, all of that is valid points, true or not.
Mm-hmm.
But saying they're taking Black jobs, they're taking all our jobs.
Right.
So it's like I feel like he said that to get their vote, to get their. I'm on your side. They're
I
taking
think he
your
was trying to
jobs.
speak to Black America, but he said it in the wrong way.
No, he said it in the right way.
He said it the way you like it.
Yes, I like the way he said that shit. I'd rather you tell me straight to my face.
Full on racist.
You're speaking. Look, that's no different than we in the room and he's saying they're taking Black jobs. I'm a Black person. I'm gonna feel a type of way for my people. No,
Yeah.
if you come,
But you don't feel like he's calling you out though.
I'd rather be called out and be put on the spot.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
But I mean, majority of Black people, what
Yo,
jobs they have.
Motherfuckers would have said, "Oh, they're coming and taking your jobs." Hey, my job, I don't know what them migrants is taking. You know what I mean? I'm a janitor. You know what I mean? They're not taking. No, they're taking Black jobs. You Black, you're janitor. They taking your job. I feel like that is more direct and relates to the people more like harshly.
I also think it's insulting though, because
It is.
you're saying like you're saying like, so migrants, right? They'll take the low-hanging fruit. They're taking the black jobs. Are you saying?
But what does the
that
statistics say though? Majority of black people have what jobs though?
I get that, but like going back to what we should be talking about, all of American jobs. He's calling out specifically black people as working low-hanging fruit jobs, and then migrants are coming over to take that from you.
But that's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
Am I
though.
going off track?
No, you're right. You're right. I agree with you 100%. He's insulting black people to say,
Yeah.
your job is low-hanging fruit and they coming to take it.
Yeah.
I'd rather you tell me that.
Shut up with that bullshit.
No.
man.
I don't know.
But at the same time,
Am I the only person who would rather that?
I get where you're coming from,
after
but
that
I don't want to hear
After
it.
that debate, I looked up the statistics. I'm like, okay, majority of black people have these type of jobs.
Wait. Majority of black people have low-hanging fruit jobs.
Not, I would say blue collar jobs.
No. You can't say blue-collar jobs because a migrant is not going to get a six-figure blue-collar job.
Bro, what these niggas
They're not
get?
going to get it.
I don't know what they get, but I took it as blue collar work. That's what I took it as. I was like, okay, they come in and take blue collar work, but I don't know. Yeah, that's why I said I think he just misspoke. But 1 in 3 of black men are felons, though. They have a felony. So what type of jobs are they going to qualify for? You know, blue collar work and those other type of janitorial jobs. So it's not really me.
Okay. I just did a quick Google search. I did my Googling, right? What is the most common job for black people? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess.
Trucking?
Trucking. What about you?
It's not Uber.
Yeah, they don't run the Uber.
Maybe DoorDash though.
Okay, DoorDash. Food,
I don't
food delivery.
know.
Okay.
That's a migrant
A
job.
large share of black workers were employed in service occupations. This includes healthcare support, protective service, food preparation, building and grounds maintenance, and personal care. If you go on Long Island, what majority of race is landscapers?
So is that really a racist comment if the statistics prove it though?
Listen.
But I'm just saying.
No, it's not.
That's what
No. Okay.
The way he said it was racist.
The delivery is racist.
Okay, all right.
The delivery. We say that. The delivery is. But I'm saying that's what we need. You like? Do you get me? Like,
No.
We
Go
need
ahead
it.
and rephrase what he's actually like. Because right now I'm still stuck on.
Okay, so you want me to rephrase what Trump was saying?
Because you said his delivery was racist.
Yeah.
So let's fix the delivery. What
Okay.
was his delivery supposed to be?
What D said?
Yeah.
They're coming for blue collar jobs. No. That is the presidential politically correct way to say it.
Exactly.
That's correct. But to say they're coming for black jobs, that's racist. But I like that. More than they're coming for blue collar jobs. If I was to hear that, it wouldn't blow up on social media. Nobody would talk about it. Nobody would even care. Nobody would care. It would be quiet. Nobody, no memes, no nothing, no Trump is racist, no none of that. It'll go right over your head. And then you say, you know what? I'm still gonna vote for Kamala because blue collar job. I mean, you're not even gonna think about that. But when you hear this, now I'm like, whoa. And remember, that was a big thing. What's a black job? Everybody was saying, what is a black job? Google it. Google it. Now
But that's what I did after I heard that though.
Yeah, but that's not what he was talking about.
No.
Maybe the delivery though.
Look, that's not what he was talking about. But his delivery was accurate for black people to understand.
Yes.
What is happening in the country. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't give them the soft answer, the sugar coated one, because
Like
they
tough
don't.
love type shit.
Exactly.
This is the one time that it's made his point. But
No, like you gotta give them the tough answer. Like you gotta give it to them raw. That's my thing. Black people need to be giving it to it raw. Democrats sugarcoat it. They sugarcoat. That's why I was saying earlier, after 12 years, after 4 years, then we realize, oh shit, we are fucked. Look what we did for the last 4 years or 12 years. We're fucked. When you're under Trump, oh man, he's doing this. I gotta unite. Oh, we gotta fight against this. On the Breakfast Club, they say, oh yeah, Trump is doing this and they're doing that, and we gotta vote for this person. Then they on your ass. They on your ass. But when Biden was in and when Obama was in, everybody's like, I don't even hear the Breakfast Club talking about politics when Obama was in.
Oh, yeah.
Other than, his speech was so great and like maybe 2 minutes on a little thing that he did. But when it's Trump, they bring in all the politicians. Maybe. Yeah, he's going to take away this for us and he's going to do that. Y'all need to go vote. Y'all need to vote and do. Then black people's on they shit. But when Biden is in, everybody's relaxed. He said, I'm for black people. And he doesn't do shit.
Mm-hmm. He's on the beach.
I would be worried if Trump was president.
But that's a good thing.
But if Biden is president, you have a point that the damage will be done after we realize it. If following your track. Mm-hmm. With Biden though, maybe he's doing it in secret that he's actually not helping you. Right. Mm-hmm. But at least you can go on about your day being screwed over. But Trump, you can't even go on about your day. You don't even have a job to go to tomorrow.
But at least you have a plan.
Do you? Because you're fucked.
No.
What plan?
I'm gonna find a job. I'm not gonna live in a la la land thinking I'm great. Mind you, I'm getting fucked. Like, I want to know. Okay, perfect example. If I'm selling you a car and I'm like, yo, the transmission is broken. It's like, this shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
Then you can say, I'm not going to buy it. But if I sell you the car, I'm like, yo, it's good. It's used. It's a used car. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Motherfucker, you get in the car, you drive on the block, and the car break down. It's used. You should have known. That's the risk buying a used car. Mm-hmm. Come on now, that's a perfect example. Trump will say the transmission doesn't work, and you're like, I'll buy it. I still need to go to work. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Man, if Trump was the salesperson, I'm just saying, like, that was a bad example.
Well, you get my point.
I get it.
You can't expect politically correct answers from somebody who's not really a politician.
Bro, he's a politician now.
No, now he is. But
he isn't. No, he isn't.
I mean,
he doesn't know how policy works. None of it.
All right, bro.
He doesn't even know what blue and white collar is.
But I'm just saying.
Everybody else does the work for him. As far as policy.
But yeah, what you mean? But anyway, I'm just saying. If you're expecting Trump to say the politically correct answers all the time, that's not what you mean.
No.
But I still remember the day. I said it just already, but I'm going to blow North Korea. I'm like, what the fuck?
You said that?
I'm trying to find a video.
He said, little Rocket Man. He calls him Rocket Man.
I was like, this is the man saying this?
Yo, like, I don't know. I guess my personality is, I like
the truth. That's it.
I like the truth. Straight up. Don't give it to me raw. Like, I don't want, it's okay, but let me lighten the blow for you. No, give it to me as it is, and I'll handle that myself.
Is that a general, sidetrack?
Let's say, if I fell on the floor and my arm is broken, and you're like, yo, don't look down. Why? Just don't do it. No, you need to tell me. I look at my, shit, it's broken. Yeah. I want to know. Like, don't hide that shit.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I gotta find this shit, man. This shit had me rolling.
Something about a rocket and boom.
Yo, no, but again, he ain't. Kim Jong-un knows his place. he knows his place. He didn't fuck around with it for Trump.
Right.
But Biden, they shooting rockets over to Japan. You know that they doing that right now.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Listen.
Why?
Listen.
Because Biden ain't gonna do shit about it until it's like, oh shit, he actually blew something up. That's
All right, but
something
hold on.
guys over there.
Listen.
You know, because he's not gonna be the one to instigate it.
When I get North Korea, best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen. The United
When he says shit like
States
that.
has great strength and patience. But if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself.
Wow. Okay.
I'll be meeting with Kim Jong-un to pursue a future of peace.
But that's what I'm saying.
But look, to pursue a future of peace. At the end, all of that, we're gonna blow you up. We're gonna fire with fire. He instilled fear in that man for him to calm down. That's how you're supposed to move, man.
Man, he does that with everybody though.
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
Is it to
Yeah.
the American people to instill fear?
No, I'm talking about other countries.
Other
like
Okay, but he does it
China.
with everybody to show his power, not just to other countries,
But
but his own people,
to his own people. What he's not
American people.
He's not telling.
He's not
people,
saying he's gonna blow up America.
He's not saying he's gonna do anything harm to people. He's not saying.
No, let's just make America great again.
Scott, he's missing the point.
No, he talks full of shit, man. All of it. He just did right now. America.
Cause remember,
this is the
he's
greatest you've
first
ever seen
president to cross
before.
into North Korea and met Kim Jong Un. So it's like,
And now they're
after-
friends.
But there's no threats.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's because they want to be buddy in the same
He
bed.
made him.
They
Look,
want look. He likes his dictatorship. He wants his dictatorship. On day one, maybe that was a joke.
Trump he can't be a dictator. He can't.
He couldn't even get He couldn't even get impeached when.
Bro, Congress won't allow him to be a dictator. That's what I'm saying. People want to say Trump's gonna be a dictator. He literally can't be a dictator.
He has immunity now.
Bro, I'm saying he gets into office. You think he's gonna have the power to do what he want all around? He can't.
Yeah.
Congress has the power. That's what I'm saying.
well, look, I want to go back to the buddy part.
Yeah.
All right, go back.
We gonna.
He cannot. On an international level, and this is a perfect example, Kim Jong Un is firing rockets and missiles that can reach the United States. We do not have an Iron Dome like Israel. So if something comes here, we getting hit. All right? Boom. He's shooting rockets. They're capable of reaching many points in the United States. And Trump says, yo, if you keep doing this, we're going to have to hit you. If you keep doing it, obviously there's had to be some show of force, military Navy bases going near North Korea, you know what I mean, to instill fear. That's what they do. And the man calmed down. Now he can't calm down. Now he's not doing it anymore. For the rest of the President Trump's reign, his 4 years, there was no more problems from that man. Would you rather him and Trump be buddies at that point, or how Biden is going about it, where Kim Jong-un is firing rockets to Japan, and Japan is a NATO ally to the United States?
Mm-hmm.
So if Biden is not saying, yo, you need to chill the fuck out, and he keeps shooting the rockets and they make a mistake, right? They make a mistake and the rocket hits somebody over there. The U.S. has to come in and defend Japan.
Yeah.
That is a war right there.
Yeah, it is.
Would you not rather him and Biden to be friends so everybody to be calm and there's no war?
You have a point. You do, but
I'm not saying
you do.
point.
You do.
But that's the
no,
point.
No.
I'm not
yes,
saying
yes.
go to lunch with the guy and
But what are you doing?
invite me. No. Invite me on. Let's play Xbox and all that. No. Yo, you
had fucking dinner.
have to have international relations. You have to
Yeah.
have okay, we cool. You know, we're gonna keep the relationship good. Whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in North Korea that's starving and they're.
Yeah.
He just said, you know, we can, you know, ease up the restrictions on your people so you can do trade, a little bit of trade here and there to help your economy. That's probably what the deal was, because there's a lot of people dying over there. He probably said, you know what, we're gonna allow you to trade with Germany, for example. You can trade with Germany, get rice, whatever, all of that agricultural shit. You can trade your shit that you have to Germany, and you can make a little money. He probably was like, you know what, cool, thank you. And now let's chill. But Biden probably came in there and said, axed, I'm undoing what Trump did, because that's what they do. I'm going to undo what the last president did. And now he's mad. He's like, oh, you know, let's start firing rockets and see. What are they going to do? Are they going to give me back the same deal? What are they going to do? If this man makes a mistake, we are now fighting a Japan, and American and North Korea war. So we're gonna have Ukraine, Japan.
All right, but is that
Israel.
our fault though? That if Kim Jong-un started a war, well, yeah, we could have had the obligation to go in and keep the peace.
And that's
Can you keep the peace with Kim Jong-un? Trump actually did it just because he's buddy with him.
But
Like,
don't you want peace?
he appreciates his dictatorship.
But don't you want peace though? That's the thing. You want to be, just because the person's a dictator, who gives a fuck if he's a dictator or not? You and I don't live in North Korea. That has nothing to do with us.
So, yeah, but what you're not understanding is it starts with Kim Jong-un.
Okay.
Trump likes his shit. Don't do it anymore. Okay. They continue to be buddy. Oh, I like how everybody stands up when you get in the room. He said that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like how everybody shows you or appreciates
Respect.
you. Yeah.
Respect.
Power. Respects your power.
Right. Exactly.
That's what he likes.
We all give respect to the president because he has power. We do the same shit here. Our military, when the president walks it through any door, they stand straight and they salute him every time.
But he
Going
doesn't
on-
do the same thing back to them.
He doesn't. That's power. He don't have to.
But to his American people, he doesn't have to.
He's a president. Some presidents do it. Some presidents don't.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't vote for him.
So then, if he was,
He doesn't respect his own American people.
so if he was saluting to them, would you be fine with that?
I wouldn't be okay if he doesn't. That's what it is. It's not the whole salute thing. It's what I was explaining earlier. He doesn't respect the only veteran he respects are the ones that are still in one piece above the ground. That's it. Everybody else, they're POS.
Okay. I'm trying to understand how you think he doesn't respect American people that he's doing shit for. Like, I don't understand that piece.
What did he do for though? Besides tax shit or whatever, that was for the rich.
Okay, so all right, so hold on. So
Okay, I'm with you.
the pandemic, trying to make people go back to work.
He could have put on a mask earlier, and it wouldn't have gotten as bad as it was.
Okay, so whether or not he put on the mask earlier, first of all, he left that up to the states. So certain states put on the mask, and certain states didn't put on the mask.
And it didn't work out.
In New York, it didn't work out. We had the highest death rates, and we all had to take the vaccine.
Yeah.
We were the epicenter. We were the epicenter of
No,
COVID.
we
And
literally
we were
was.
very crowded.
All right,
though.
so then that has nothing to do with Trump.
That's a great point.
No, it's not.
How?
No, it's not. Because, like I said,
We had
he
some strict
handled the
COVID
pandemic
We had
terribly.
curfews at one point.
He handled it terribly.
Bro, remember in New York, we had curfews
Oh, yeah,
at
we
one
did.
point.
Yeah.
We could, so like, we had some strict COVID laws. How was that Trump fault?
He was playing it off like it wasn't no big deal. Oh, it's gonna be when it gets warmer next week, 2 weeks. He was playing it off. He was downplaying it in your face.
No, okay, he was downplaying it, but him saying that had no direct effect on me in New York.
On you. Okay, fine.
So wait. So you were in New Jersey, I'm in New York. We both couldn't go anywhere without being vaccinated and wearing a mask. Is that correct?
Right.
All right. In Florida, you could go anywhere you want.
Do whatever you want.
Regardless of what Trump said, it's going to be over tomorrow. New York City and New Jersey didn't follow what Trump said because he's a Republican and they didn't want to listen to him.
But didn't Florida, I'm not saying the worst, but was one of the more higher fatalities,
All Democratic states was the worst.
which is like maybe 10, 12 states.
All the Democratic states have the highest population of people.
That's true.
And we were the ones that died the most in the states.
Because we had a large, very condensed population. I can't blame that. That's not to blame them.
But then we had the mask and the 6 feet and restrictions. And
People
all of
staying
that.
at home.
But not everybody was following the mask, though. We all know people. There was people that didn't give a shit, and that's the one that suffered the consequences.
Even people who got vaccinated when was masked up still died.
Yeah. It wasn't impossible.
All right, so we're not gonna sit here and say everybody in New York City followed the rules. No, but majority of the people did follow the rules, and people still died. And they obviously didn't listen to Trump when they said, it's gonna be over when it's warmer or whatever. People still didn't believe him. And remember, he was the one that was calling it the China virus, doing all this other extra shit to make it seem like it's not a big deal. And I condemn him for that. I was wrong. That was wrong. But you can't say that because of him, he was the one that he showed that he didn't care about people. Like he cared more about economy in the sense of people need to work. People need to get money because the economy is going to crash and that's going to hurt the country in a different way. So it's like, it's a double-edged sword. You're right, but it's a double-edged sword.
It is a double-edged sword because I was gonna argue that, but you have a point.
But then it's the people believe my body, my choice.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear a mask, but I live in New York. I had to.
Live in New York.
I don't want to get the vaccine. I live in New York. I had to. But then you're gonna flip it and say you can get an abortion whenever you want. The government can't tell you, but then you just told me I have to get vaccine. I had to get injected with some DNA changing shit into my own body. How's that? That's worse. How's that even fair? And that was for both men and women. Mm-hmm. This abortion thing is only for women. So I was like.
So, like I said in the beginning, we only started handling shit when it got bad. Oh my God, like the fucking half the state or multiple states or whatever. Like right now, what is the listeria outbreak? 9 cases, 9 deaths.
I don't know about
Yeah. With the deli meat.
Yeah, about Boar's Head. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 9 deaths so far. And that was like 3 weeks ago we started finding
Something like that. Yeah. I don't know how many people died, but people been dying.
And then, so right now it's only 9 cases. 9 people, unfortunate. But when it starts getting to 200, 1,000, then we're going to start doing something. And that's what I mean. Like, we could have handled this early in the beginning. Yes, you're right. Like, if we started going, like, overreacting, it would have hurt the economy. I agree with that. But we could have taken preventive measures in the beginning. And we still would have got COVID, but it wouldn't have been as bad. It wouldn't have been as bad as it was, like, that many deaths. Or however it turned out.
Yeah, no, you're right on that aspect. But my thing is, you look at even with this new deli meat situation, just because 9 people died from it doesn't mean we need to overreact.
No.
Right?
No.
So can we not put the same example in for the COVID?
I mean, 9 is nothing. We get to 50. When we start seeing a trend, is my point. When it starts trending.
Okay, so we have millions of people dying from cancer. Where's the overreaction for that?
People are trying to study for it. I mean, I'm not sure how that's
I
going.
don't know, but you know, a lot of the food that we eat leads to cancer. So why are they not banning some of that food since millions of people are dying worldwide?
That listeria outbreak was from regulation rollbacks in Trump's era.
Listeria?
Yeah, it's a listeria outbreak from the.
I gotta look on it. I don't know.
Nah,
those were regulations that were cut down from Trump's era. And because that's why they have all that other shit. Same thing goes with the other products. The Purdue chicken nuggets was from regulation rollbacks. And that's why there's all this shit out there.
Well, yeah, and look what RFK endorsed Trump, say he wants better food.
Make America healthy again.
I watched his speech. I watched RFK's speech, and he laid out the food that we're eating is bad. All of this stuff is causing diabetes. Kids are overweight at a young age. America's unhealthy. We have all these chemicals in our food. They're causing all these diseases. cancer, all that stuff. Let's get it out of our food. He endorsed Trump. And now Trump, if they win, he's going to put him in a cabinet position over the health of the American food. Mm-hmm. Like, is that not something good, beneficial, that's helping the people?
Of course, but Trump rolled it back first. Like, it was fine first. Then we cut it back. Now, I'm hearing this is new to me. Now RFK wants to help make the food better again. Mm-hmm. But Trump was the one that rolled it back in the first place.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look,
I mean, we definitely have to look into it.
It's politics, but I give you that one. But what I'm saying is, I'd rather peace internationally, so my tax dollars don't get wasted to go to a fight that could have been avoided.
That's true. Like, you know.
But the Dems don't think that.
No.
The Dems don't think that. Damn, we've been going at this shit for a minute.
We got sidetracked from Kamala.
It was a good sidetrack.
It was a great sidetrack.
We'll do a part 2 on another day.
Yeah, for sure.
The debate coming up anyway.
You know what I mean? Yo, definitely everybody check out the debate when it happens.
After next week.
Yo, I think this might be the most watched debate.
Oh my God.
Oh, for sure.
The most watched debate of all time.
Everybody's gonna put it on DVR.
Like,
It'll be hilarious.
Yeah.
oh,
I remember the first Biden and Trump debate. That shit was so funny. When Trump was running for a second term, and him and Biden was just, they were just so fucking off script.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. I don't think it's gonna be like that, but it's just. I think people are really interested to see what Kamala's gonna say. We heard Trump so much.
Yeah, we heard Trump so much. We know what he's about. The shit that he's gonna do is the things that we don't support with him. I just don't know what. I know what I don't like from Kamala. I don't know what I do like from her, and that I need to find out.
We'll see. If they press it though, we'll see.
I need to know. But anyway, on that note, definitely subscribe to the channel. Check the shorts out. Comment. Let us know what you think about what we said. We covered a lot of stuff, and we have some more topics that we didn't get into yet, but that's gonna be for the next episode. But this was good though.
Yes,
I liked it. It was good. About a lot of back and forth. Definitely let us know whose point did you understand? What did you get? Who you voting for? Who do you think is gonna win? Who you think is gonna do good on the debate? But on that note, like and subscribe. I'm Rich. I'm signing out.
D signing out.
Rico, end of story.
See you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Later, y'all.